Eagle 102, KJFM, Louisiana Bowling Green, and Eagle 97.5, WBBA Pittsfield.
Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good evening and welcome to basketball on KJFM and WBBA. A whole new season set to begin. Actually has begun around the area, but our first broadcast of the new year on KJFM WBBA Sports. Mark Fronick, Maddie Ingram here at the Jake. We've got the band up here with us, and we're ready for the Lady Dogs and the Van Far Lady Indians to start off our coverage.
Yeah, EMO conference matchup here, and both of these teams have already had a few games under their belt and just trying to get stronger as the year moves on, as obviously the end of the season is when they want to be their strongest, but some younger kids filling into some bigger roles this year. Yeah,
in fact, Van Far, 1 senior, 4 freshmen in the starting lineup, but they've started their season 1-1. We'll tell you about that. Louisiana 0-1. They started their season on Tuesday night. We'll tell you about that as well when we start the pregame show for you next on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by J. Roberts Jewelry, Bill Allen Auction Services, and Gambino's Eatery.
Family Drug, your community health mart pharmacy in Louisiana, reminds you that this is a good time to review your medicine cabinet. Another cold and flu season means taking stock of outdated or no longer used medication. The folks at Family Drug also remind you that changes in your prescriptions may pose drug interaction problems. When you're choosing a pharmacy for your family's prescription, talk to your dedicated staff at Family Drug, Louisiana. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And welcome back inside the Jake. Mark Fronick, Maddie Ingram here at Louisiana High School. Doubleheader tonight. The Van Far Indians visiting the Louisiana Bulldogs. We'll do the girls, then the boys are the late game. And let's talk about this ladies matchup. Van Far started the season actually on November 20th, so they had 8 days between their first 2 games. The first game was a loss at Northeast Cairo, 81-28, but they came back strong against South Callaway a couple of days ago, beating them by 30, 57-27. So, I mean, that shows some promise for this young group.
That does, and the big thing here is, and we were talking a little bit off air, is getting some points on the board. And so that's so important. And even last year we were talking about getting shots up. And so if they're already starting to do that and generating an offense, you can only see this team growing together over the next 4 years, especially with as many freshmen as they have on the court. And so they have a couple of upperclassmen that are going to be in those leadership roles for them. You have Delana Gay that's on the bench that has been a starter for the last 3 years. But Carmen Wilburn is going to be leading this pack out on the court, and I think that they're going to be able to learn a lot from her.
Louisiana, on the other hand, 0-1. They started their season on Tuesday at Highland, and it wasn't a real great offensive showing. But we've kind of seen that, some slow starts from this group of Louisiana Lady Dogs, but it seems like they always come along and get things going in the right direction by the time we hit the tournament season.
That's exactly right, and I think Louisiana has done a really good job of getting progressively better throughout the course of the season. As we mentioned, you always want to be playing your best ball whenever it comes to that tournament time, whenever it comes to the postseason, and so whenever they're progressively getting better each and every game and each week, that's what you want to see, and these girls proved that last year, making it all the way to a district championship.
Yeah, and this is kind of a girls high school basketball has become a defensive game, so you're not going to see a lot of blowouts. 31-16 is about as big of a blowout as you're going to see between two of the farther along programs that we have.
Right, and these girls have the experience, and they've learned that defense that Coach Brandstetter has put into place, and he's really enforced it, and they have too. And so whenever you're doing that game in and game out, eventually more times than not it's going to pay off for you if you're doing those little things right.
I harped on it a lot last year, but it still just boggles my mind that this Louisiana program that was struggling just a couple of years ago to get 5 players on the floor now can run 8-9 deep into their bench, 4 or 5 subs really. That they can put in and be confident can make a contribution.
And that's not something that you see across the area. I mean, a lot of our area varsity teams, they do struggle with those numbers and people that can fill into those roles. And so you want to make sure people are always staying out of foul trouble. But when you have somebody to go in, if you do get in trouble, that is something that other teams do not have.
It's Van Far at Louisiana, about 7 minutes from the national anthem and the introductions. We'll take a break, come back with our keys to the game for you after this on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Service and Supply Co-op in Bowling Green and Vandalia, Lynn's Heritage House, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green Clopton and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athletes. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
The Eagle's Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, Louisiana, offers inviting guest rooms, each with its own unique character and historic charm. It's perfect for hosting friends and family during festivals, homecoming, and the holidays that are just around the corner. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM. Sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
And really, this could almost be a keys to the season for these two teams. Louisiana, they got out-muscled in that district championship game on the road last year. I think they need to be a little more mean, have that mean streak in them, a little more aggressive defensively. We've seen in the past, Emily Powell can be kind of a ball hawk. Reagan Bowser can get in there and throw her weight around, but they almost have to have that little just streak of aggression in some of these games.
And I think they got smarter with that last year, but I'd like to see a little bit more of that, as you mentioned, and getting down there, wrestling for that ball and trying to get it back. And so that sends a message to the other team, I think, as well, if I don't want to mess with these people. And so, as you mentioned, in the district championship, they were out-muscled just a little bit, but that's something that they're going to be able to build from. I think as long as they keep that in mind, especially with as many returners as you have. I mean, everybody returned, so you have everybody returning this year. They know what that was like. They're going to try to do better this year.
And Van Far, they're just at the start with this group, so they have to play not like freshmen, but as the unit that, because, I mean, 4 of the 5 starters, they're in the same grade. They've been playing together for a long time. They just kind of got to make that next step into the varsity.
Yeah, and that's a big transition, but if you're getting thrown in there pretty much immediately, you're going to start learning pretty quick, and I think Coach Heather Minter will do a good job of making you grow up too, because she's going to let you know on the sidelines. But
she'll let us know. She'll let them know.
I think the people in the parking lot may know, people in County Market.
Yeah.
But that's the good thing about having a good coach, is you're going to be able to develop and grow with a group of kids who are starting out, and that's exactly what I think Derek Brandstetter did here in Louisiana. So you have another opportunity of seeing that with Coach Heather Minter.
Those are our keys to the game. Louisiana and Van Far, the first of 2 tonight, a doubleheader to open our 2023-24 coverage of high school basketball here on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Custom Works Salon and Tanning, Geared Up, and Pepsi.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a Taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A Taste of Philly, Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more, or visit our website at PikeCountyHealth.org.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a Taste of Philly. The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
The Louisiana Bulldog Band playing our national anthem here ahead of the first of 2 contests here between Van Far and Louisiana. Started with the girls, then the guys, and let's give our starting lineups for this first game of the night. First for the visiting Van Far Lady Indians, they're 1-1, coached by Heather Minter. They'll start a senior at 5'6", number 2, Carmen Wilburn. Freshman at 5'6", number 4, Elliot Utterback gets the start. A freshman at 5'7", number 5, Kenya Jones in the starting 5. A freshman at 5'1", number 10, Miley Keller. And a freshman at 5'11", number 21, Chloe Zumwalt gets the start. for Louisiana. They're 0-1 and coached by Derek Branstetter. They'll start a junior guard, number 1, Jordan Pedersen. Senior guard, number 5, Ty Campbell gets a start. A senior forward, number 10, Reagan Bowser in the starting 5. A guard/forward, sophomore, number 20, Reese Womack gets the start. And a senior guard, number 25, Emily Powell, rounds out the starting 5. So again, for Van Far, it's Wilburn, Utterback, Jones, Keller, and Zumwalt. For Louisiana, it's Pedersen, Campbell, Bowser, Womack, and Powell. There's your starters. They've been introduced on the floor as well, and we're ready for our opening tip here in 23-24 basketball. Mark Froelich, Maddie Ingram here at the Jake tonight.
These teams kind of stack up height-wise very similarly, and in size. I think that there is that older look to some of those Louisiana girls. Obviously, we know that there is that age difference, but you can tell there's muscle and there's experience on this left side of the court.
8 minutes on the clock. Zeros on the scoreboard, and it'll be Womack jumping center against Zumwalt. Ball's in the air, and it's one back to Ty Campbell, and we're underway here at the Jake. Campbell goes to Powell. She'll drive the lane. Stops at the high blocks. Back to Bowser for a 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Keller. Keller wearing the familiar number 10.
Looks a lot like her sister out there.
And there it is, an over and back violation. Good close defense by Louisiana, and Jordan Pedersen knocked the Van Far player into the backcourt.
Very good job by Jordan Pedersen. She was getting some work in before the game, and that defense helped her team out there to force the turnover.
Powell gets the inbound from Womack. Emily will hand it back to Reese to the near side now for Ty Campbell. Campbell going to take it to the hoop. Scoop shot off the glass, no good. 4 Lady Indians there for the rebound. And here comes Wilburn up the floor with it for the Van Far Lady Indians. Carmen Wilburn. Little scoop pass to the far side for Keller. Keller now for Elliott Utterback. Utterback gives it off for Jones. Kenya Jones steps back to the three-point line. That one's off the mark. Rebound is blocked. Ball goes to the floor, and it's picked up by Pedersen.
Good job by Reese Womack to block the shot of Zumwalt, as Zumwalt was the one to grab the rebound.
Oh, great backdoor pass. Powell passed up the 3, stepped inside, made it look like she was going to shoot again. Gave it off to Ty Campbell, and she made no mistake, put it off the glass for the first 2 of the night.
Van Far's had a little bit of trouble driving to the hoop defensively, and so they're going to have to break that top key.
That one off the mark as well. Ty Campbell the rebound, and she'll bring it up the floor for the Lady Dogs. At the free throw line, she spins, gives it back to Emily Powell. Powell's going to drive the lane, kick it out. Now for Bowser. Bowser going to take it to the hoop, off the glass and in. Reagan Bowser.
Seems like they've found some success driving right up the middle.
Pressure in the backcourt. Jones went to the floor, gave it off to Wilburn. Carmen. Top of the key now to the near side. That 3 rims out for Elliott Utterback, and she gets her own rebound. Now it goes to the floor, and we're going to have a foul called, I think, against
Womack.
Reese. That'll be her first.
Yep. Push in the back.
And she tried to take the inbound. Referee says, no, the foul was on you. And gave it off to Zumwalt. Van Far, little lob pass inside, and Womack saves it from going out of bounds after she stripped the ball, got it off to Pedersen. Here comes Jordan up the floor with it. Back to defend was Kenya Jones. Now to the far point, over to the far side for Reagan Bowser. Bowser's going to take it through the lane. Off the glass, no good, but a foul will send Reagan Bowser to the line to shoot free throws. First foul against Van Far. And it goes against Kenya Jones.
Both teams have gotten their fouls back-to-back.
And the first shot is good. This would be a shooting foul anyway, but the new rule in Missouri and from the National Federation is no more 1-and-1s.
No.
We'll talk more about that as we go along, but she hit them both.
2 for 2 from the free throw line.
6-0, 5:25 to go in the opening quarter.
4 of the 6 points for Louisiana have been scored by Bowser.
Good pass across the lane and a big block. Out of bounds, Reese Womack towered above Miley Keller. It'll stay with Van Far with 5:18 to go in the first.
That's Reese's second block today.
That was a power block. Off the padding. Lucky the cheerleader didn't get in the way. And we're going to have another foul. This one is going to be on Bowser. Reagan's first. Second team foul against the Lady Dogs. 5:16 to go in the quarter. Get it in through Elliott, through Keller. Here's Carmen for 3. Wilburn a little short on that one. Rebound goes out the far side, knocked away from Zumwalt, and the last touch will be by Ty Campbell, so it'll stay with Van Far, and we'll have substitutions. No, we won't. Said you didn't get in quick enough. So we will not see Jalea Reese or Deprecia Chapman. That one rims out. So Van Far still looking for their first points. There's another block, but this one's going to be a foul, and that might be this first on Campbell.
Carmen Wilburn has been quick. As soon as she gets that ball, she's shooting it, and so that's something that Louisiana's going to have to remember as they continue to move through the course of the game.
After the first shot, it'll actually be 3 Lady Dogs coming in for Louisiana, with Brylan Stewart joining Jalea and Deprecia, and the first shot is good, and Van Far's on the board.
That was Chloe Zumwalt.
And it's 6-1. 3 minutes gone as Campbell, Bowser, and Powell take a seat. Second shot, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Womack. Gets it ahead to Pedersen. Jordan with a head of steam. Kicks it back now for Reese. Has trouble trying to dribble between her legs. Gets it off to Deprecia. Deprecia, wild shot. Gets it to roll. Deprecia Chapman has her first 2 off the bench.
Driving straight up the middle of the lane to the hoop, and that's how Louisiana has been successful so far to have a 7-point lead.
8-1. Here's Keller with it. Back to Carmen Wilburn. Wilburn comes to the near side on her left. Now for Zumwalt. Back for Kenya Jones. Jones is going to try and go around everybody, and she double dribbled. 4:23 on the clock, first quarter, 8-1 Louisiana, and they've got the ball.
Jones was just trying to switch hands there, ended up getting the double dribble, and she was trying to maneuver through a couple of defensive Lady Bulldogs.
So they scored 16 points in their first game. They've got 8 in the first 4 minutes of this game. Louisiana does. Here's Chapman off the glass with 2 more. She's got 4.
She's made an impact coming into this ball game. It's Wilburn who dribbles around, and strong defense from Chapman.
Yeah, full court pressure comes out for the first time. And across the line with it is Utterback into a double team now to Carmen Wilburn. Wilburn lob pass down low for Zumwalt. Zumwalt has trouble with it. Got it back, puts the shot up. No, but a foul.
That's going to be on Jalea Reese.
Her first and the team's 4th. 3:43 to go in the opening quarter, 10-1.
We might have to discuss that rule just a little bit sooner than we thought.
They've all been shooting fouls anyway, though. So
yeah, that's true.
Waiting for a foul on the floor. And that first shot is good. And Zumwalt is 2 of 3. But Van Far is still yet to score from the field over halfway through this opening quarter. Second shot. Rims out. Rebound comes out, and it's going to stay with Van Far. Utterback got the long board to Carmen Wilburn. Now for Zumwalt.
Womack got a hand on that.
Short on the shot, and on the rebound, we're going to have a foul against Van Far. And that is on Chloe Zumwalt.
So that is her first, team's second.
3:34 to go. 1 point on the long possession for the Lady Indians. They work the perimeter. Chapman to Womack. Near side Pedersen. Free throw line. Gets it back now. Here's a 3. That one in, out, back in. Long 3. Reese Womack. 13-2.
Her first points of the evening.
Here's Utterback with it. Elliott gives it off to Carmen Wilburn.
Van Far still having some trouble up at the top of the key. Good defense from Louisiana.
And that one out of bounds. Just couldn't connect with Jones. And we're going to have a timeout called by Van Far. With 2:50 to go in the first, it's Louisiana 13, Van Far 2. This is high school basketball on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Ackles Farm Market, Silex Banking Company, and Meyer Implement Company.
When you're looking for a taste of Italy in Pike County, visit Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana, just a block from the riverfront on 3rd and Georgia. Create your own pasta dish. Experience the Gambino family recipe meatballs and a toasted garlic bun. Or enjoy some Italian wine with friends while indulging in their cannoli dip with cinnamon sugar chips. Italian-American cuisine that's sure to tantalize your taste buds. Gambino's Eatery, 3rd and Georgia, downtown Louisiana.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Jalea Reese now up to Reagan Bowser back into the ball game. Jalea scoops it back for Emily Powell, who came back in during the timeout. Her shot high off the glass is good. Her first points tonight, 15-2.
Good start to this ball game for Louisiana, especially when they needed to bounce back. This is something that you want to see in the first quarter.
Wilburn going to drive all the way to the hoop, misses the backboard, and the rebound taken away by Bowser. Pass ahead, gets away, and picked back up by Van Far, and then taken away, and we're going to have a jump ball as it was tied up. Chapman was trying to rip it away. Jones very strong on the ball, able to get the arrow.
That ball found the hands of 4 different girls before they actually were able to call it a jump ball. It just seemed like Butterfingers as it was going through everybody's hands.
Bowser knocked it 4 rows deep. Hitters go getters. She had to go up the bleachers on the far side and gather that ball in. Here's Jones to the baseline. Shot no good, but a foul going to be whistled against Reagan Bowser, her second. Team's 5th. And to the line, Kenya Jones.
Van Far still has not scored from the field. From the free throw line, they've scored 2 at 4. Make it
She missed everything on the first one. Her first trip to the line, the other 4 shots from Chloe Zumwalt. Second shot is good, so they stay 50%. Make it 15-3. Minute 54 to go in the opening quarter. First of 2 tonight from the Jake between Louisiana and Van Far. Here's Jalea Reese, center of the lane, and she traveled. Took an extra step to try and get that pass out to the far side. Turnover gives it back to the Lady Indians.
She was trying to do a hop with her pass, ended up landing before actually tossing that ball.
More full court pressure. Broken. Here's Carmen Wilburn across the line. Good stutter step to the far side. Now she tries baseline. Cut off by Deprecia Chapman. Gets it back. Elliott Utterback. Long 3. Good. Drops it through. Elliott Utterback doubles their score. First shot to go down from the field. That's a tray.
Van Far is going to have to continue to make that adjustment.
Off the glass. Emily Powell just beat everyone up the lane, and now the ball gets away. And actually, it's going to be a turnover.
Did it bounce off of?
I think she bounced it off the line.
Yeah.
Minute 12 to go. Louisiana double possession. Gonna have to find somebody.
Somebody's gonna have to
Yep,
move.
she
There it is.
got 5 seconds to.
Yep. So 2 turnovers in a row
On the
from
baseline,
both sides. Yeah.
Without getting the ball in play. Minute 10 to go in the opening quarter. 17-6, Louisiana, and that one's out of bounds, knocked away by Louisiana.
Jalea Reese reached in, knocked that away, bounced off a foot, and then out.
And now stolen on the inbound, and we're going to have a foul called against Carmen Wilburn, it looks like. Her first. Team's 3rd. Minute 5 to go in the quarter. This last minute 10 seconds has taken an eternity.
Ing Hoffman's coming in for the Lady Indians for Zumwalt. Looks like Brylan Stewart and Deprecia Chapman find a seat on the bench for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Ty Campbell, Jordan Pedersen, McKenna Ing Hoffman on the other side. Ty gives it back for Pedersen. Turnaround, ooh, that was wild. Off the glass, and the rebound was pulled down by McKenna Ing Hoffman.
I think Pedersen just thought she was a little bit closer to the hoop than she actually was.
3 drops through. That's 2 for Elliot Utterback. That'll get you back in a ball game. 17-9. Final 40 seconds of the quarter. Don't leave her open like that. Ooh, that was almost another travel. I don't think her feet ever left the ground.
No.
And now a double dribble called against Ty Campbell. So a turnover, 28 seconds even on the clock.
The latter half of this first quarter has gotten a little sloppy on both sides, and I think both sides defensively would like to be a little bit cleaner.
That was almost a travel by Wilburn. Gets it ahead to Jones. Kenya Jones hits the side of the backboard. Picked up by Reese Womack. Down to 14 seconds. To Pedersen, and she has to kick it back. Here's a 3. Jalea Reese off the mark. Rebound out of bounds, and it's going to go to Van Far with 5.1 seconds to go. Plenty of time for a final possession.
Keep the ball out of Utterback's hand.
Yeah. Wilburn lobs ahead to Utterback. At the buzzer, her shot is short from the free throw line. Kind of had to spin into the shot, and we played a quarter here at Louisiana. It's the Lady Dogs 17, the Van Far Lady Indians 9. Back with the second after this on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by All Parts, Eagles Nest Inn, Bed and Breakfast, and Sun Window Company.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Klarbrunn Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Rick Rodhouse, Country Financial Agent, Noah Builders, and Central State Bank of Illinois.
After a quarter, it's the Louisiana Lady Dogs leading the Van Far Lady Indians 17-9. Elliot Utterback leads all scorers with 6 points on a couple of threes, 2 points for Chloe Zumwalt and a point for Kenya Jones. Van Far is 3 of 6 from the free throw line through one quarter for Louisiana. 4 points for Emily Powell, 4 for Deprecia Chapman, 4 for Reagan Bowser, 3 for Reese Womack, and 2 for Ty Campbell. And they have hit 2 of 2 from the free throw line and have the first possession of the second quarter. Here's Reagan Bowser. Through a double team, ball goes to the floor, out of bounds. Last touch by, they're going to say it was Van Far. No, it wasn't. It was Reese Womack.
Yeah, and I think she knew it too and was already getting ready to hustle to the other side.
Maybe that was too much lobbying from Coach Minter.
There was a big hand signal and a little bit of yelling.
Yeah, and she was right. Here's Pedersen on a slice through the lane, got it to roll over, and she gets her first 2 points of the night and a foul.
So she'll be headed to the free throw line.
Yeah, the only time you get a one-shot foul is the and one.
Is your and one. That extends the lead to 10 for Louisiana. They can make it 11 here.
And the shot is no good. First miss for Louisiana, and the rebound pulled down by McKenna Ing Hoffman. So 2 seniors in the lineup right now for Van Far. Here's Carmen Wilburn. She's one of them. Gets it to Jones, hit Reese Womack in the face, turned into a perfect pass to Elliot Utterback. Gets it down low. Ang Hoffman, no, but a foul going to send McKenna to the line.
And they're going to have to pull out Reese because her nose is bleeding, I believe. Yep.
But she's smiling.
Yeah. I think it really just caught her off guard. She just was running to her position and ended up getting a pass straight to the face. She wasn't expecting it. No time to be upset about it, I don't think.
And I think they're going to have, there is blood on the floor.
Yeah, so they're going to have to do a little bit of cleanup, and looks like Depresha Chapman's coming into the ball game.
Yeah, they were going to go on without cleaning up the blood, but I can see it from up here, and I'm blind.
Yeah. I think that she thought she was going to be fine. Like, there's just a little bit. And as soon as she started running to the other side, that's when she kind of lost it.
Yeah.
So
they'll look for a towel.
Oh.
Coach
that
Dorsey.
looks like a bag.
Yeah, that is not a towel.
They are using a drawstring bag to clean up blood. Drag your shoe on it, you know. No one will notice.
Yeah.
It's like kicking ice under the refrigerator. No one notices, right?
Yeah, until the floor caves in.
Yeah.
So an official timeout to bag the blood here with 7:15 to go in the first
Not your typical blood bag,
but. Hey, you know, however you can get a donation together, right?
Red Cross thanks you.
Yeah. 19-9, 7:15 to go in the half. To the line, McKenna Ang Hoffman. The foul, by the way, was on Pedersen, her first. And that shot is no good for McKenna.
McKenna has been one of those players off the bench for Van Far over the last couple of years that you like to watch, as she usually comes in and puts some points on the board.
Second shot, they said it didn't hit the rim. It did hit the rim, but it missed anyway. So Louisiana gets the ball.
It was close.
Yeah, it got rim. So Louisiana with the ball. Powell to Bowser. Back up top for Campbell. Ty kicks it off for Pedersen as they go into a little bit of a weave. Pedersen to the hoop was short. I think there was a little contact there. Ball goes to the floor out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Louisiana as it went through the legs, I think, of Carmen Wilburn at the end.
Van Far's doing a little bit of chasing defensively. They're crashing when they need to, but that need to part is just a little late, and that's been why Louisiana's been so successful driving the lane.
Here's Pedersen off the inbound, back to Emily Powell. Powell to the high blocks to Depresha Chapman. Chapman now to Reagan Bowser. Bowser free throw line. Over to Pedersen. Pedersen going to drive baseline, kick it out near side. Up to Ty Campbell off the mark for three, and the rebound. And we're going to have a foul on Bowser. That's her third. So she's going to have to come out. Jalea Reese will replace her.
6:35 left in the first half as Jalea comes and takes her spot at the top of the key. And Pedersen's actually going to go to center court. So
as they roll back that pressure, meet them at half court. Minute and a half gone here in the second. There's Carmen Wilburn, drops it off now for Keller. Pass was blocked. Back to Keller. Now to Utterback for three. That one's off the mark. She didn't have the time on that one. Goes out of bounds back to the Lady Dogs with 6:17 on the clock. 19-9 still our score. 2-0 in the second quarter. Louisiana has outscored the Lady Indians. A little confusion there between
Powell and Pedersen.
Yeah, they're all P's, right?
Yes.
Chapman gets it back to Campbell now for Jalea Reese. Reese back to Pedersen. Pedersen to the free throw line. Gets it back to Emily Powell. Powell back to Depresha. Now to Ty Campbell. Her three. A little flat that time off the front iron, and Keller tracks it down for Van Far. They go into some pressure defense. Carmen Wilburn outruns it. Now it's a 2-on-0 to the hoop. That shot is good. McKenna Ang Hoffman with the points.
She was where she needed to be at the other end of the court, made it easy as Louisiana was chasing.
Her first 2 points of the night, and we're going to have a foul called against McKenna on the other end. That'll send Emily Powell to the line.
She immediately looked up like, please tell me you didn't see that, because she knew exactly what had happened. You heard it, and she just turned really slowly like he wasn't watching, right?
Actually, they give it to Miley Keller.
Oh, okay, so different one. So that is Keller's first.
Yep. And the shot is good for Emily Powell to make it 20-11.
Zumwalt comes in for Kenya Jones.
And the second shot for Emily is short. Rebound tracked down by Utterback for Van Far. Elliott's going to bring it up the floor. Stops at center court, now crosses the line. Good crossover, gets it over to Keller on the far side. Miley. Back to Carmen Wilburn. Wilburn, that shot. Misses the backboard, and then body checked was Jalea Reese.
She's looking for the foul, and she ended up losing the ball, kind of ran over her back, and then hit her on the back, went out of bounds. So it'll go back to Van Far.
5:10 to go, 9-point Louisiana lead. Utterback. Now to Wilburn, her three, good, drops through. Carmen Wilburn's first points tonight. Make it 20-14.
Those 3-point shots have definitely helped Van Far stay in this ball game and make it a lot closer, whereas Louisiana has been good from the free throw line and driving for two.
And we're going to have a foul called against Elliott Utterback.
That'll be her first.
It's on the floor. 4:37 to go. They never put the three on the board here in the gymnasium as Reese Womack comes back out of the locker room.
There it is.
Yeah, finally. I think they were looking to the officials to see if it was a 2 or a 3, and the officials never looked at them.
They needed things to slow down just a little bit so they could even let them know.
Pedersen to inbound, gets it to DePricia, and she's fouled. That one is going to be, I think, on Ang Hoffman.
It is. So
she does get her first now. And to the line goes DePricia. 4 points off the bench in the first quarter. Looking for her first points of the second. Lead down to 6 for Louisiana. And the first shot's no good. One more shot. And the second is good. 21-14, a 7-point lead. And Ty Campbell checks out. Brylan Stewart back in. A little height advantage now for Louisiana.
Especially with Keller next to Stewart.
Yeah. Keller would have to stand on Keller's shoulders to get up to Brylan Stewart. And Brylan gets the rebound off that missed three. Here comes Louisiana. Emily Powell to Pedersen, and she traveled. Ooh,
yep.
That was close.
She was really dragging that foot, but it was tough. I think Louisiana has been a little happy feet today.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of getting yourself set and feeling confident in what you're doing and understanding your plays. Ooh.
A trip. Wilburn goes down.
Ball was thrown at the chair next to Coach Kelsey Calvin and bounced back into play.
Didn't call a foul. Stays with Van Far. Here's Utterback. Tried from the corner. Sinks it from the corner. Elliott Utterback has 9 points, all on threes. 21-17.
She got her shot up before Brylan Stewart could even recognize what was happening and had that height advantage, but Utterback was so quick and dropped another three.
Louisiana needs a bucket. Here's DePricia Chapman. To Powell for three. That one's short. Crashing for the rebound was Jalea Reese, and now it's knocked out of bounds. Going to stay with Louisiana, but Van Far is controlling the pace of this game here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've really stepped it up, and I know that Coach Minner was over here yelling at them to get it in gear, and it seems like they really have. And it was Louisiana who had all the control in that first quarter, but this second quarter has been all Van Far.
Here's Pedersen, floater, good. She's got 4 all in the quarter. 23-17. 3:25 to go in the half. Ooh, long pass, too long. Hits the base of the wall and goes back to Louisiana. So all that work that Van Far's done, if Louisiana can get a bucket here, they can feel pretty good about themselves. Here's Stewart. To Pedersen, taken away, and
jump ball.
Yeah, arrow favors Van Far again. 23-17, 3:09 to go. So a chance for the Lady Indians to cut deeper into this lead. Here's Utterback. Off the inbound, gives it back to Wilburn. Carmen, tight defense from Jalea Reese. Floater of a pass taken away by DePricia. Here comes Chapman all alone to the hoop and in. Got the steal, got the bucket. 25-17, Louisiana, 2:50 to go in the half.
She's had 7 points so far in the first half.
Wilburn gets it ahead to Keller. Free throw line, McKenna Eng-Hoffman. She's blocked, and they are going to call a foul. Got a little slap in. Second one on Jalea Reese. The crowd says that was not a foul. Very matter of fact in their criticism.
There wasn't a lot of anger in their voice.
No.
They just told you what happened. It was not a foul.
Eng-Hoffman back to the line. She's 0 for 2. Her first. No good. A little long on that one off the shelf and out.
Make it 0 for 3.
Has one more shot here. She wears number 25. Van Far in their road blacks trimmed in gold and white. Louisiana home whites. Someone left early. They didn't call it. And now they are going to call it.
Was it Powell?
It was both of them, but Powell was first across the line. She was the first to land. So they'll give Eng-Hoffman one more.
She's laughing it off.
So a redo on the second shot. See if she can make the most of it. No. Brylan Stewart gets the rebound. That one was a little short. Emily Powell across the line. To Pedersen. A little head fake there. Out to DePricia. Back to Emily Powell. Powell going to take it to the mid-range. Kick it back to Jalea Reese. Reese, scooper. No good, but a foul. I didn't think she was going back that direction.
I didn't think so either.
She faked the kick-out pass, turned around, ducked between the two defenders, and draws herself a foul shot opportunity. Carmen Wilburn picks up the personal.
She did a really good job of using her pivot foot. She did a full spin.
Yeah, first shot is good. Extends the lead to 26-17, back to 9. One more shot for Jalea. And the second shot is long. Rebound, Pedersen had it, got bumped into. Now the ball loose on the far side and picked up by Keller. Miley hands off for Carmen Wilburn. Has trouble on her dribble, keeps it. I don't know how she was able to keep that dribble.
No.
Gets it back to Keller. And a foul going to be called on Jalea Reese. That's her third.
Louisiana having a little trouble with the fouls. And it's been later in the quarter as well. It was the same in the first and carries over to the second quarter.
Reese Womack back in. All patched up. Jalea Reese to the bench. Her and Bowser both with 3 fouls. Long pass out to Miley Keller. Keller hands it off for Carmen Wilbur. Down to 2 minutes to go in the first half. Here from the Jake, first of 2 tonight on KJFM WBBA. Keller back to Wilburn on the near point. She'll take the 3. A little short, not much rotation on that shot.
Rebound from Reese Womack.
Here's Pedersen to the hoop, yes, and a foul. Jordan Pedersen, 6 here in the second quarter. Chance to make it 7 from the free throw line.
That foul is second for Keller. Or did they give that to?
It was Keller.
Okay.
Minute 41 to go. Free throw is good. She's 1 of 2 shooting foul shots tonight. 29-17, minute 37 on the clock. Gets it across the line to Elliott Utterback. Utterback, far side for Keller. Her shot from just inside 3 does bounce around and go down. Her first 2 points of the night, and a timeout on the floor with 1:24 to go in the second quarter. 10-point game. It's Louisiana 29, Vanfar 19 from KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, Pike Lincoln Technical Center, and Kearns Construction.
Welcome to Vast National Bank. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm here to talk to someone about a loan.
Oh, I'll grab you the L97B. We call it the Just Talking form.
What about actually applying for a loan?
Oh my, let me pop in the toner cartridge. Hey Bill, you want to pass me the big stapler?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to People's Savings Bank.
Skip the mega banks. When you need a loan, visit People's Savings Bank. The people you know and trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
After the timeout, Louisiana holding a 10-point lead over Vanfar here in the second quarter. Ladies action to start the night. The guys will finish things off. It'll be Lady Dog ball with 1:24 on the clock, and I wouldn't be surprised if they try and burn 30 or so seconds here on this possession.
Looks like Jalea Reese is getting her leg taped up on the sidelines. I'm not sure if she's having some trouble with her knee, but before she comes back in that second half, she has to have that wrapped up.
Pass down low. Pedersen goes to the floor in a double team and a tie-up. This time it's going to be Louisiana ball with 1:10 to go.
She pops up smiling. Not normally the face you see when you have 3 defenders around you trying for the ball.
Yeah, it was just a pass that was too far out in front of her. I think she was smiling because they didn't lose possession, and then they get the 3-point shot from Reese Womack to fall.
She's had 2 3-point shots, giving her 6 points.
Down to 57 seconds to go, so they burn almost 30 seconds. Lost the arrow in the process, but got the 3. This shot for 3 is no good, but the rebound grabbed by Keller. Finds herself all alone. Her shot short. Put back long. Goes over everything off the Chloe Zumwalt miss. And a long pass ahead. Louisiana. Here's Powell. All the way to the hoop and in. Natalie Powell.
That's her 7th point of the evening. She's
34-19.
been able to drive the lane successfully 3 times, taking it to the hoop.
Here's Carmen Wilbur down to 18 seconds. I think they'll play for the final shot. Keller on the far side, down to 12. To Wilburn. 9 seconds to go. That shot off the backboard too long. 5 seconds for Reese Womack. Trying to go coast to coast. That shot no good, and that'll do it for the first 2 quarters. We've reached the half here at the Jake. It's the Louisiana Lady Dogs 34 and the Vanfar Lady Indians 19. We'll be back with the halftime report for you after this on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bibb Veach and Collier Funeral Homes, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hi, this is Bob, owner of J. Roberts Jewelers on the northwest corner of the square in Pittsfield. Christmas is coming up really, really quick, and we are stocked up with all kinds of new merchandise that's guaranteed to make this Christmas unforgettable. Stop by and see our great selection, and remember, we do our own jewelry repairs on site. We change watch batteries, we do in-house clock repairs, we do laser engraving. We buy coins, precious metals, and old unwanted jewelry. Stop by and see us on the northwest corner of the square. We are the building with the Greetings from Pittsfield mural on the north side. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. Happy holidays.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA. numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynnsheritage.com.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Hey, this is the Geeky Hillbilly, Steve Wiseman. Geeky Hillbilly Computer Services is here to serve you and get your computer running in tip-top shape. The Geeky Hillbilly is committed to providing each client with high-quality service and support. Don't forget to ask about recycling old computer parts and equipment so you can do your part in keeping technology out of landfills. Visit geekyhillbilly.com or give me a call at 324-7176. Geeky Hillbilly Computer Services in Bowling Green.
Hello, this is Hannah Williams with Pike Lincoln Technical Center. We are having our annual silent auction this fall to support our Student of the Year scholarship. Bidding for our Student of the Year silent auction starting November 27th and running through December 3rd with bidding closing at midnight. The funds collected will help support the Student of the Year silent auction award along with several other scholarships. We have exciting items like Milwaukee tools, handcrafted lawn furniture, a variety of gift certificates, along with sponsors like Whiskey Business, Lacrosse Lumber, Pepsi, Brooks Brothers, and much more. Thank you for helping us prepare tomorrow's skilled workforce today.
The Northeast Missouri All-District football teams have been announced. Area players selected include 3 at the running back position: Bowling Green's Blaine Bryant and Dane Dunn, and Van Far's Gage Gibson. At defensive back, Bowling Green's Bryson Brandenberger and Drew Dalton. And from Mark Twain, Coden Miller. Awarded Coach of the Year from Bowling Green, Mark St. Clair. And Louisiana alum and current Hannibal head coach, Jeff Geschwinder. You can find a complete list of this year's teams at KJFMWBBA.com. Once again, congratulations to the athletes and coaches named to the Northeast Missouri All-District teams. From People's Bank and Trust, Sun Window Company, Pope Ford, and KJFM WBBA Sports.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Well, we've seen a lot of junior cheerleaders in our day.
Yes.
We've never seen a junior mascot until tonight.
No, that was awesome.
Yeah.
We had a bulldog.
Yeah, a bulldog puppy.
Yeah, a bull pup.
Yeah, exactly. Here performing at halftime. The cartwheels reminded me, you remember in the movie Blades of Glory with Will Ferrell? What was that, the Lotus or whatever? If she was wearing skates, there would be a bunch of junior cheerleaders without heads at this point.
That's exactly right. But she made it through somehow without hitting any of her teammates in the face with a nice swift kick.
Yeah, it was close.
It was very close.
All right. Speaking of pretty close, Van Far got really close there in the second quarter, and then Louisiana was able to turn it back on. And, heck, they've been consistent, 17 in each quarter so far, when they only scored 16 in the entire game, their first effort a couple of nights ago.
Yeah, they faced up against a Highland team that was able to shut their offense down, but able to come back today. And I think one of the big things for Louisiana is they did get into some foul trouble, so you did have some of those people that were coming off the bench that were having to fill into those primary roles, and that's whenever you saw Van Far really capitalize and take advantage of that, and that was great because of how much it did close the gap and made this game a lot closer. It was Louisiana that was able to settle down just a little bit, get their footing under them, and then they were able to put up some points at the bottom half of that second quarter, and they were able to hold on to put that 17 up again.
You said it there as we were moving along, and right as you said it, Louisiana kind of shook things off and got a run together. But it seems like the Lady Dogs get a little tired in the last 2 minutes of a quarter, and that allowed Van Far to make their move. It was really the last 2 minutes of the first quarter into the first 3-4 of the second quarter before Louisiana finally woke up.
And sometimes, it's early in the season, so you have to still get conditioned. You can run as much as you want in practice, do as much as you want scrimmaging, but when you come to a game, that's a completely different atmosphere that you're putting yourself into, and it's going to take some adjustment. But whenever you're seeing them tired, that's when you're seeing this team foul. And that's when you're going to get in trouble, especially later in the game, because you already have a couple of players who already have 3 fouls, which is not uncommon going into the second half, but that does change the way that you make your approach in the second half, especially when they were starters in big parts to your game.
Are you saying that softball in shape is different than basketball in shape?
Very much, yeah. You're running the bases, and you got about 14 seconds to make it around or less, and then here you're just constantly running, so you're going to have to change it up a little bit.
34-19, our score after 2 quarters. We'll take a break, come back with more here at halftime from the Jake. It's the halftime report from KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Kearns Construction, Brown's Auto Body Services, and Wood Smoked Meats.
Old Man Winters, headed this way. Don't let the cold inside. This is Amy from MASH. Furnace maintenance checks are a necessary part of winterization. Here at MASH, we are proud to say that we have the key to keep out the cold. With over 40 years of combined experience, our HVAC teams are reliable and determined to keep your home comfortable and cozy all winter long. Stop by either MASH location in Louisiana, 607 Georgia Street, or off the square in Bowling Green at 20 South Court.
Geared Up, just off the square in Pittsfield, is your first stop for screen printing and embroidery. The folks at Geared Up take pride in making their communities and schools look great while offering the best prices around. If you're looking to expand your wardrobe, or maybe a gift is on the list, stop by their store and check out numerous items in stock. When you're looking for custom apparel and awards for your business, organization, or team, stop by Geared Up, 211 South Madison in Pittsfield.
Hey Bowling Green Bobcats, support your local school with the People's Bank and Trust Bobcat debit card. For every purchase you make using the card, People's Bank will make a donation to the Bowling Green School District. Stop by any People's Bank and Trust location to get your Bobcat debit card and start supporting your school while you shop. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
A few minutes to go before we start the second half here, 34-19. Louisiana is leading Van Far, first of 2 tonight from the Jake. We'll finish it off with boys varsity action between the 1-1 Bulldogs and the 1-0 Van Far Indians. Very excited to see what Nikos Conaway has for his senior season. He's just a scoring machine.
Yeah, and I think last year we kind of got a treat with Van Far. As they had some pretty big games, and you saw some underclassmen step up, and I thought that they complemented each other well. Nikos Conaway and Pacey Redding, that was a really good combination. And then obviously you throw Gage Gibson into the mix, and you have Utterback out there. I think that they're going to be an exciting team to watch again this year.
Yes, they are. And I mentioned Nikos. You mentioned Pacey Redding, and he's just a year older and bigger and stronger than he was last year. So that is very exciting.
Yeah.
For Louisiana, the boys, I'd say they are a little on the other end of the spectrum. It's kind of a rebuild year for them.
Yes.
In theory.
Yes, they didn't have enough kids come out for a varsity and a JV, so you have one big team and they're all working together, and so you're going to see some size difference. I mean, last year you had some kids who had some muscle and some height, and so that's changed up a little bit this year, but I think that they're playing to their speed pretty well. They just got to figure it out as they move throughout the course of the year. They have a good coach to help them with that.
34-19, our score through 2 quarters here in the ladies varsity's game. We'll take a break, come back with the second half for you after this from KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, Weber Automotive, and DG Firearms.
Dawn's Monuments has been dedicated to helping area residents and their families create monuments to withstand the test of time for over 40 years. With a dedicated team of locals serving in every capacity from sales to installation crew, Dawn's Monuments treats every customer like family because they are family. When you're looking for someone who you can trust, who backs their work with options for upkeep and care and adding final dates or revitalization, visit Dawn's Monuments at 314 West Washington Street in Pittsfield. People who care for families that care.
The Eagle's Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, downtown Louisiana, is under new ownership. It's been updated and offers its own unique charm. It's the perfect place to stay while visiting the area during festivals, homecoming, and holidays. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
It's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, Perkins Electrical Services, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Getting ready for the start of the second half. Maddie ran down to get the starters for the boys varsity game, which is coming up at the conclusion of this one. 17 points in the first, 17 points in the second for Louisiana. 9 points in the first, 10 points in the second for Van Far. Your scoring breakdown goes like this for Louisiana. 7 points for Jordan Pedersen, 7 points for Depresha Chapman, 7 points for Emily Powell, 6 for Reese Womack, 4 for Reagan Bowser, 2 points for Ty Campbell, and 1 for Jalea Reese. For Van Far, it's a point for Kenya Jones, 2 for Miley Keller, 2 for Chloe Zumwalt, 2 for McKenna Inghoffman, and 9 points for Elliot Utterback as she leads all scorers in this ball game. Clock running, Van Far with the ball. They're now moving from left to right here in the second half of this ball game. Mark Fronick, Maddie Ingram here, opening night for our coverage of high school basketball on KJFM and WBBA. As that one's knocked out of bounds, it'll stay with Van Far with 7:42 to go.
She did pass it to one of her classmates. She saw the black uniform, and cheerleader was able to be there and catch it.
Luckily, a tip by Louisiana, and now a foul going to be called against Ty Campbell. That's going to send Miley Keller to the line for the first time tonight.
That is Campbell's second foul.
And the clock stops just 21 seconds into the third quarter. Her first shot, no good. So Miley stuck on 2 points. And the score remains the same at 34-19. Second shot is good. That's a 14-point affair.
Emily Powell brings the ball up the court for the Bulldogs as she gets to the nonverbal conversation trying to move her teammates around.
Powell, top of the key to Reagan Bowser, playing with 3 fouls. Takes it to the low blocks, kicks it back out to the corner. Womack has her pass knocked out of bounds by Keller. It's going to stay with the Lady Dogs with 7:16 to go in the third.
Driving along the baseline and was trying to find somebody open. Ended up finding the hand of a Van Far Lady Indian.
Pedersen off the inbound, kicks it to Ty Campbell. Campbell to the free throw line, and she traveled. Turnover back to Van Far with 7:12 on the clock.
Zumwalt bringing the ball in. Guarded by Womack. And Carmen Wilmer brings the ball up the court for the Van Far Lady Indians.
Drops it off for Miley Keller. Keller on the near point has her pass taken away. Back the other way with it is Pedersen. Pedersen to the hoop and in. Got the steal, got the bucket.
She has 9 points. First points of the second half for Jordan.
Ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Van Far. So Jordan Pedersen pulls even with Elliot Utterback for the game high in scoring.
Keller comes out of the ball game, and a disgruntled Heather Minter scorns her as Ing Hoffman takes her place.
Steal by Louisiana. Powell off the glass, no good. Rebound taken away by Jones. Up the floor with it is Wilburn. Carmen cut off from the bucket by Ty Campbell. Takes it all the way out on the dribble. Pass down low, shot off the glass is good. What a pass and what a finish by Chloe Zumwalt to make it 36-22.
Her first points from the field. She has 2 from the free throw line, but that's her first from the field.
Here's Womack, mid-range jumper rims out. Rebound picked up by Zumwalt. Nearing 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter, 36-22 Louisiana. Here's a 3 for Wilburn, no good, and the rebound fought for by a couple of Lady Dogs. And here comes Powell with it. Powell, no shot. She's fouled on her way to the bucket. That's going to be on McKenna Ing Hoffman, her second. Now I've broken my pencil 36 times tonight. 36-22. So once for every point Louisiana scored. That 3 is no good. The rebound, Bowser is blocked. And the ball is taken away by Zumwalt, and she's fouled.
And that's going to go on Bowser, I believe.
I think Pedersen.
I think Bowser thought it was her.
Yeah.
And so she's immediately reacted in a negative way.
And now a steal by Louisiana as that inbound pass went awry. To Powell, top of the key. Ing Hoffman out to defend, gives it off to Bowser. Bowser back to Pedersen, back on the reverse layup. She's good. She's into double figures. And Louisiana leads 38-22.
Good look from Bowser to find Pedersen, and a good cut from Pedersen to drive that ball to the hoop.
They called a tie-up. And Elliott Utterback not happy with that. Arrow goes Louisiana's way. And here comes Pedersen. Saw the defense sleeping for a moment. Turnaround 3. That one is off the mark. And the rebound, Campbell and Jones got together for it. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Louisiana.
We were talking about being aggressive and playing with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder defensively, but I think offensively it's Jordan Pedersen who's been bringing the energy for Louisiana.
Wilburn was caught on the sideline, has to take it off the toe of Womack out of bounds
She was
to keep possession. Yeah.
Trapped by Pedersen, and Womack in the corner had to do what she could to keep the ball in Banfar's possession.
Utterback off the inbound. Got a nice pick from Jones, and then a foul on the far sideline, and that's going to be the 4th on Reagan Bowser.
Was pushing her to the baseline, trying to get her to go out of bounds. Instead, she picks up her 4th foul. So there will be 3 players coming in for Louisiana. Stewart, Reese, and Chapman. Coming out, it'll be Bowser, Campbell, and Powell.
So a wholesale change for the Lady Dogs. Ing Hoffman gets the inbound. Center of the lane, turnaround shot. Oh, big block, and that's going to be Louisiana ball as it was blocked. And Ing Hoffman was standing out of bounds. It hit her in the shin.
Reese has been really tough down low.
Here's Pedersen with a head of steam. Gives it off to Reese Womack. Her 3. A little long. Ryland Stewart had the rebound, knocked away. Picked up by Depresha Chapman. Back to Reese Womack now. To Chapman. Chapman, kick out. Jalea Reese. Now corner for Pedersen. Pedersen's going to drive center of the lane. And a big bit of contact there, no foul. Brylan Stewart's shot's no good, and Jones comes away with it for Van Far. Kenya Jones gets it off Elliott Utterback.
Brylan Stewart was a little too far under the basket and unable to sink that one.
And that foul shot goes in. I don't know how it went in. She was almost parallel with the floor and when she threw that up, and it went down.
That is the 4th for Jalea Reese as well. So she's going to have a seat. Coming into the ballgame, it'll be Emily Powell.
So the shot was good. 38-24. And at the line is Kenya Jones. And can't get the 3-point play. Reese Womack with the rebound for Louisiana. Womack kicks it down low. Brylan Stewart. Scooper off the glass is good. One with the hook to get her first 2 points.
Good spin move and a good drive from Stewart. That's what you need to see from her down low, being strong and using that height to her advantage worked there.
Here's Keller. Back to Wilburn. Carmen to the hoop. No, but a foul will send Carmen Wilburn rolling and then heading to the line.
Emily Powell picks up the foul. That'll be her first.
Team's fifth. I had her for 1, too, but the scoreboard says 2.
So we must have missed one. I don't know.
And the shot is good for Carmen Wilburn. She's got 4 points. 40-25. 3:53 to go here in the third quarter. Second shot good as well. Lead cut to 14 for Louisiana. Here's Pedersen, and she traveled.
So another turnover. Going a little fast, wanting to push when they're on offense, but going to have to slow it down just a little bit.
Here's Utterback through traffic. Goes to the far side, crosses back over across the Bulldog at center court. Takes the 3 herself, and it's short. Rebound, saved twice, and Carmen Wilburn will get the loose ball.
Good job by
Kenya
Kenya
now
Jones.
Stolen by Powell, and she's going to slow it up.
Give her team some time to get set up.
Brylan Stewart with it. Skip pass to the near side for Pedersen. Dangerous pass to Powell. Spins at the free throw line. Makes her way to the hoop. Is blocked out of bounds. Going to stay with the Lady Dogs. 3:12 to play in the third quarter. (40-26). Here's Pedersen off the inbound. Low blocks. Her shot short. Tips her rebound up. And taken away by Carmen Wilburn into a triple team in the backcourt. Dribbles away from that. Pass ahead to Utterback. Elliott Utterback. Tries to take it down to the baseline. Now dribbles out, is blocked, and Powell has the loose ball off that block by Reese Womack.
Reese has been everywhere tonight.
Oh, good pass to Jordan Pedersen. Easy finish for her. She's got 6 in the quarter and 13 in the game. Now the ball taken away to the floor, and it's going to be tied up by Carmen Wilburn. And a little banged up tonight is Reese Womack. She had the bloody nose earlier.
That pass straight to the face. Took it like a champ, though.
Yeah, was smiling afterward. Ty Campbell back into the ball game for Reese Womack. Here's Utterback off the inbound. Down to 2:35 to play. To Wilburn out high. She'll take the 3. That one rims out. Rebound tipped by Powell to herself and then goes off her foot. Picked up by Zumwalt. But she's double teamed and Powell takes it right back off her fingertips. Emily Powell will not be denied. Now going coast to coast with it off the glass and in. Emily Powell with 9.
What a great drive from Emily Powell, able to not only recover, but she was like, I'm going for it, and was able to take it all the way in.
End to end, nothing but determination.
It was almost like she got angry about it. Like, okay, I'm done with that.
I know that inner rage. And a timeout taken by Van Far with 1:55 to go in the third. It's the Louisiana Lady Dogs 44, Van Far Lady Indians 26. This is high school basketball from KJFM and WBBA.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by CMC Distributing and Manufacturing, Mimi's Pantry, and Liggins Flooring.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, State Farm Agents, Pepsi, and Ackles Farm Market.
44-26, Louisiana leads Van Far, 1:55 to go in the third. Van Far with the ball after the timeout. Coach Heather Minter working on the visitors bench tonight. Pass tip taken away. Deprecia Chapman to the hoop and in. She's got 9 off the bench tonight. 46-26, a 20-point lead is the biggest of the night for Louisiana. Minute 40 on the clock in the third quarter. Carmen Wilburn across the line to the far side. Campbell on her, goes to the baseline with it. Off the glass, no good. Brylan Stewart gets the board, uncontested. To Pedersen. Pedersen, kick out. Here's Powell. Didn't like what she saw as Van Far collapsed the defense. Now to Campbell. Skip pass out top to Emily Powell.
She got up
Powell
for
double
that one.
dribbled.
Yep.
Took her eye off what she was doing. The pass wasn't there. Had to drop it back down, and that's a double dribble.
Reese Womack coming back in. Powell will have a seat. Looking a little winded, so probably good to bring her out now.
Little extended quarter break. So we're into the final minute right now. 1 minute on the clock in the third.
Kenya Jones set the screen.
On the far side, it's McKenna Eng-Hoffman. Lob pass to Zumwalt. Zumwalt is fouled by Reese Womack, her second.
Trying to go in for another block. She's been successful down low. Reaches in a little too far, gets the foul, sending Zumwalt to the free throw line. She's been there a couple of times already.
Bulldog boys up here stretching it out ahead of their warm-up. And the first shot by Zumwalt is good.
Makes it her 5th point of the evening.
46-27. 49.5 seconds to go in the quarter. Second shot. Long, off the shelf and out. Pass ahead, Ty Campbell. She's going to take the three. It's long. Rebound knocked out of bounds. I think that was last touch by.
Looked like Zumwalt to
me.
So it should stay with Louisiana.
It will. Pass comes out to Reese Womack, now to Ty Campbell.
Kenya Jones was playing good defense there, almost swatted it away.
On the cut.
Push from behind. That foul's going to go on Wilburn.
Yep. Womack was fouled.
That'll be her third.
Just the second of the second half for Van Far. And we're going to send both players that were trying to check in back to the benches. We're going to see Caitlin Sutton for the first time. Now they let him come in.
It's one of the things that makes me laugh the most. Like, no, go
you
back.
Wait for me.
Yeah.
Now I'm ready.
Extra 4 steps altogether. But
out is Campbell. Off the inbound to Pedersen. Jordan Pedersen. Emily Powell. Powell. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter, and that one just a prayer from Deprecia, knocked out of bounds.
She had to get it up, because if not, she was going to be called for the travel. And so tried to do what she could and tried to draw a foul. Didn't end up happening, so it'll be Van Far's ball.
Bounce pass comes into Elliott Utterback. Back for Zumwalt. Now to Jones. Now to Wilburn. Down to 10 seconds to go in the quarter. They get across the line. Here's Kenya Jones for three. It's good.
She was wide open.
That's a good way to end the quarter. Uh-oh. Did they get the shot off? No. Powell's shot missed anyway at the buzzer. 46-30. Louisiana leading Van Far after three. Back with the fourth after this from KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Aloha Wood-Fired Pizza and Ameriprise Certified Financial Planner Tamara Schurter.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Casey Sutton, certified athletic trainer with Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Scoring through 3 quarters as Louisiana leads Van Far by 16, 46-30. 9 points for Elliot Utterback. She's still the leading scorer, but was shut out in that third quarter as Van Far was outscored 12-11 by Louisiana. The top scorer for Louisiana, 13 from Jordan Pedersen, and then 9 each from Chapman and Powell. Chapman off the bench tonight with 9 points. We're underway in the fourth. Louisiana with the ball for the first possession. Here's Pedersen to the hoop. Yes, and a foul.
And they're going to call the charge.
Are they going to call the charge?
I think
so.
No,
The basket's good, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they called the block. I didn't think they had called a charge.
Everybody for Van Far was standing up, cheering and yelling, and I think that they really did think they were getting the charge there. So
it was close.
It was. It really could have went either way. Pedersen taking an extra second there. She hit the ground pretty hard.
Yeah. Popped a kneecap or something there on the hardwood. Shot is good. 3-point play. She's got 16 to lead all scores. 49-30. 10 seconds into this fourth, and she'll come out replaced by Jalea Reese, who does have that leg wrap just below the knees. That's how I do it for my tendonitis. I think she's young for tendonitis.
Don't tell her that.
Off the floor with it, Carmen Wilburn to Kenya Jones. Jones around everybody, and then kind of got the ball up off the floor, but she's bailed out by a foul against Ty Campbell.
Big NBA bounce there.
It's just the second foul against Ty. They reset the fouls after every quarter with the new rules. 30 seconds gone. Here's a three. That one's good. Carmen Wilburn from the top. She's got 8.
You never really know where she's going to pop her shot from. It's usually deep, and it can go at any corner, and she's been successful from each corner.
No good on that runner was Emily Powell, and here comes Van Far again, down by 16. Trying to go coast to coast was Wilburn. Now she'll take the three. A little short on this one. Utterback, and she was able to save it. Goes through the bench, and it's picked up by Reagan Bowser.
She completely collapsed that chair and was thrown in by Heather Minner. Get back out there.
I bet Heather Minner could throw her pretty far, too.
She did.
Utterback gets it over to the far side for Wilburn. That three is short. They're trying to get back in this ball game with the tray. Jalea Reese, the long rebound, trying to go all the way. Kicks it out instead to Campbell in the corner. Now to Bowser. Bowser leaves it for Powell. At the top of the key, she'll give up her dribble, now give up the ball to Campbell. She goes to the free throw line, over to the far side. On a little weave here, Jalea Reese. She's going to drive against 4, and she gets it to the hoop and in. Jalea Reese, first shot from the field tonight, makes it 51-33.
Seemed like Van Far's defense parted there, and Reese saw that immediately, took advantage of it.
Wilburn off the glass. That's a power move there. She's got 10. And a timeout on the floor with 5:54 to go in regulation. It's Louisiana 51, Van Far 35 on KJFM and WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by J. Roberts Jewelry, Bill Allen Auction Services, and Gambino's Eatery.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
51-35, Louisiana leads Van Far. First of two tonight from the Jake. We'll have boys varsity action immediately following this first matchup between the Lady Dogs and the Lady Indians.
Some decent scoring from both sides already in this ball game, and it's exactly what you want to see early in the season. Is we want to see these teams scoring offensively, putting the shot up, driving to the hoop, and they've done a good job of that tonight.
Yeah, combined 86 points. Not a bad first week ball game. You know, I know Van Far had a game all the way back on the 20th, but really they're just getting things going now.
That's right.
Powell within the backcourt gets it to Womack, ahead to Bowser, now to Jalea Reese. Jalea caught on the low blocks, gets it back to Emily Powell.
Good
Beyond
defense
three.
from Zumwalt.
Almost double dribbled. Now Powell leaves it for Bowser to Jalea Reese. Reese goes through and can't get that one to fall. Rebound pulled down by Chloe Zumwalt. Now taken back by Campbell. To Reese, now to Reese Womack. Scooper off the glass is good. Just cut through that defense, put it in. She's got 8. And now another steal. That one's good. Reese Womack again. She's got 10. Got herself in double figures just like that. Another steal. Here's Womack for 3. Yes! Oh my goodness. Reese Womack.
With 7 points in a matter of 30 seconds.
Not even that. Here's Wilburn back across Keller and a foul. That one's going to be on Emily Powell. Wow, what a run there for Louisiana and Reese Womack. Got herself from single digits to 13 points in the blink of an eye.
Immediately, wow.
4:49 to play, 58-35. First shot, no good for Keller. She's got 3 points. And is 1 of 3 shooting free throws heading into this second shot.
Bowser and Campbell will have a seat.
That shot is good. 58-36.
Miley has 4 points.
Powell kicks it corner. Here's Chapman for 3 off the mark. Rebound knocked around, and Jones and off of Stewart out of bounds.
Stewart was attempting to go after that, and it was just kicked right back at her in the wrong place at the wrong time. Good effort, though, as she'll continue to stay in this game. Womack will have a seat, and so will Powell.
Looked like a pinball machine there. The last flipper was Brylan Stewart. .425 to play. 58-36 is the Louisiana lead on Van Far. Here's Zumwalt. Can't get that one to stay on the rim. Keller the rebound. Smallest girl on the floor. Now to Wilburn. Her 3, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Deprecia Chapman. Pre gets it across. Pedersen gathers herself in. Gets it to Bowser. Now a 3 from the far side. That one's short. And Kenya Jones the rebound for Van Far.
I think Carmen Wilburn got a fingertip on it. Was able to turn that shot off just a little bit. It was at a low angle.
Here's Wilburn with the ball right now. She'll take a 3. That one's long. Rebound pulled down by Deprecia Chapman. Goes to the floor, tied up. I think this one's going to be Louisiana ball.
Yeah. They'll say it'll stay with
Van Far?
Yeah.
I missed an arrow switch there. And through the hands of Utterbank, she's able to chase it down. Hang Hoffman gives it back to Carmen Wilburn. She'll try another 3 from this side. It's short, and the rebound out of bounds. Back to Louisiana. 3:33 to go in this ball game. 58-36 in favor of the Lady Dogs. First of 2 tonight from the Jake. Pedersen back. Bowser 3. That one's long. Rebound knocked around and picked up by Carmen Wilburn. Long pass ahead to Jones. Kenya has to gather herself in, goes off the glass and scores.
Good job by Jones to dribble out and set herself up to go for 2 there, and she was too far under the basket.
Pedersen fouled as she tried to cut the lane. And that's on Eng Hoffman, her 3rd. Pedersen to the line. Her shot short.
Womack that's giving her a run for her money. As we mentioned, she was the leading scorer from both sides, and so right after that, pretty much immediately, it was Reese Womack who was like, hey, don't forget about me. I'm going to put up 7 points in less than 30 seconds.
Second shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Jalea Reese, and she's in a triple team and is fouled. Ended up on the floor. That's going to be, I think, on Eng Hoffman again.
So that'll be her 4th.
First player to 4 fouls for Van Far. There's 2. Bowser and Jalea Reese on the floor with 4 fouls for Louisiana. Jalea's with the ball right now. To Jordan Pedersen. Pedersen, kick out. Reagan Bowser. Ball fake. Kick out again. To Jalea. Now to Depresha Chapman. She'll try the 3. Off the mark. And the rebound pulled in by Carmen Wilburn for Van Far. Down to 2:40 left in this ball game. Little stop and start there from Wilburn, and she puts it home. She's got 7 in the quarter. End to end there, and Jalea Reese got an easy 2.
That put Wilburn at 10 points, so she's in double digits.
Utterback back the other way. She's been stuck on 9 for a while. Top of the key, that's Caitlin Sutton with a tray. Welcome to the game. 60-43. Pedersen back the other way to Jalea Reese. She just went around everybody and scooped one off the glass, scored. She's got 7 points and a timeout on the floor. It's Louisiana 62, Van Far 43 here with 1:58 to go in the ball game from KJFM and WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Service and Supply Co-op in Bowling Green and Vandalia, Lynn's Heritage House, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Van Far, yeah, there you go. Whew.
Math is hard.
Off the glass and in. She went end to end. 2 more points for Carmen Wilburn.
She's had a big second half.
Yes, she has, and it's the little run here that Louisiana seems to always have. Once or twice a half. That one off the glass, no good. And Utterback grabs the rebound for Van Far. They can get this thing a little closer here with 1:26 on the clock. Gonna have to start hurrying. Carmen Wilburn for 3. That one was short. Saved back in. Sutton with it for Van Far. Gave up her dribble. Now gives Carmen Wilburn the ball. That's where you want it with 1:12 on the clock. Knocked out of bounds. And it's gonna stay. Oh, they're gonna call a foul. They do on Depresha. Chapman's first.
One thing that Van Far has done super well is saving that ball before it goes out. And in the course of doing so, they've created a lot of jump balls, and they've gotten
There's a tray from the near side. Carmen Wilburn.
We're just talking about how big of a second half she has had. She only scored 3 in the first half, but in the second half, she's really erupted and put herself into double digits a while ago.
Louisiana wants to run some clock here. 62-40 shoot there from Brylan Stewart. 64-48. Down to 36 seconds. Looks like Louisiana is going to even their record at 1-1.
Foul on.
Into the ball game, Emerson Bradley, by the way.
That's Bowser, so she fouls out. So that was her 5th, and that's why Bradley will step in.
Ty Campbell back in.
after getting 3 fouls pretty quickly, and it was near the end of the first quarter that Bowser picked up her third, and so she's been able to hold on for a while. 30 seconds left in this ball game.
And the first shot no good. 64-48. Wilburn will have one more. And the second is no good as well. Clock running again, final 27 seconds. Campbell gets across the line to Reese. Over to the far side. Skips it to Ty Campbell, down to 15 seconds. To Jalea Reese. Jalea with 7 on the clock. Stripped of the ball. Ang Hoffman gets it. Final 2 seconds. Otterback holds, and her shot was too late. Didn't go down anyway, and the final score on this one. It's the Louisiana Lady Dogs defeating the Van Far Lady Indians 64-48. Back with the postgame after this from the Jake on KJFM and WBBA.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Custom Works Salon and Tanning, Geared Up, and Pepsi.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
This is Sarah Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat debit card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat debit card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
Raffle tickets are on sale now. This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Our Home Care and Hospice Foundation is selling raffle tickets. Enter for your chance to win $1,200 in local restaurant gift cards, a Smith & Wesson 9mm, a beautiful patio set, or a Henry 22 pump action. $5 for 1 ticket or $20 for 5 tickets. Get yours online at PikeCountyHospice.com or by stopping in at our office at One Healthcare Place in Bowling Green behind Walmart. Winner will be drawn at our annual Valentine Gala fundraiser in February and does not need to be present to win.
When you're looking for a taste of Italy in Pike County, visit Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana, just a block from the riverfront on 3rd and Georgia. Create your own pasta dish. Experience the Gambino family recipe meatballs and a toasted garlic bun, or enjoy some Italian wine with friends while indulging in their cannoli dip with cinnamon sugar chips. Italian-American cuisine that's sure to tantalize your taste buds. Gambino's Eatery, 3rd and Georgia, downtown Louisiana.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
Final in this one, the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs over the Van Far Lady Indians by a final of 64-48. Men are on the floor now, getting ready for the second game of the night. Louisiana evens their record at 1-1. Van Far falls to 1-2 on the season, and just too deep a bench for Van Far to contend with from Louisiana.
Yeah, I think that Van Far's best quarter truly was that second quarter, and that second half of the second quarter is really where they closed that gap, and they looked probably the best that they did all game. I think that they made adjustments right then, and one of the big things was Louisiana was fouling. They were tired, and they capitalized on that and took advantage of that. So you saw some really good flashes of good things that you're going to want to see Van Far continue to develop on, especially because they had that younger group.
It's going to be interesting to see how Coach Derek Brandstetter manages the clock in closer games this season because, like you said, Louisiana does get tired. they're at full strength about 6 minutes of each quarter, and they got to work the timeouts a little bit, not have those breakdowns where the other teams can put runs together.
And I think that also comes with how are you pushing your offense. You know, if you're just running down the court and just throwing it up and then everybody's having to go after the ball, well, that's not necessarily a terrible strategy if you're wanting to push a lot. But if you're a team that's getting a little bit more tired, taking that time, letting people get set up definitely helps you in the long run.
Final scoring numbers in this one: McKenna Inghoffen for Van Far with 2 points, 3 points for Caitlin Sutton, 4 points for Miley Keller in this ballgame. Chloe Zumwalt with 5 points, 8 points for Kenya Jones, 9 for Elliot Utterback. Those all came in the first half on 3 balls, and 17 points for Carmen Wilburn. Most of those, in fact 12 of the 17, coming in the fourth quarter of this ballgame. For Louisiana, 2 points tonight for Ty Campbell, 4 for Brylan Stewart, 4 for Reagan Bowser, who fouled out there in the final minute. And then we've got 7 points tonight from Jalea Reese off the bench, 9 from Debrecia Chapman, 9 from Emily Powell, 13 points tonight for Reese Womack. Most of those coming, in fact, over half of them in about an 18 to 20 second span there in the fourth quarter. 2 steals, and then she got a kick out 3 off of someone else's steal to really make this crowd go crazy here at the Jake. And then 16 points for Jordan Pedersen. She was pretty consistent. Shutout in the first quarter, scored 7 in the second quarter, 6 in the third quarter, added 3 in the fourth quarter. So a pretty well-rounded night for Jordan Pedersen. Still can get those happy feet, drag that foot on her first step, but overall pretty impressive from Pedersen working the point tonight.
Yeah, I thought that she did a great job, and she was a player that really came off the bench a lot more, I think, last year. She had her fair share of starts, but to be a starter today and have as much command and confidence that you've seen on the basketball court, that makes the world a difference, and I really think that she drove that offense for Louisiana. She made some really good cuts, and she was there when she needed to be, and I thought that she was a really big key player of this ball game.
64-48 our final. Louisiana over Van Far. We'll switch to the men. We'll start the pregame show for the boys game as the Bulldogs welcome in Van Far here tonight. It's our first night of basketball coverage for 23-24 here from KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Ackles Farm Market, Silex Banking Company, and Meyer Implement Company.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Klarbrunn Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana is where history, comfort, and charm come together. It's the ideal choice for a memorable getaway when visiting for festivals, homecoming, or the upcoming holidays. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Castile Color Wheel has been proudly serving Pittsfield and the surrounding community since 1950 and is an expanded retail area. They began as a paint retailer handling Benjamin Moore and Pittsburgh paints, developing into a full-service decorating center, including wall coverings and Hunter Douglas custom window treatments. Castile over the years has expanded with home decor, high-quality gift items, bridal and baby registry, an upscale ladies and children's boutique, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 until noon. Let Castiles be your one-stop shop, located just off the northwest corner of the square in Pittsfield.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Rick Rodhouse, Country Financial Agent, Noah Builders, and Central State Bank of Illinois.
Family Drug, your community health mart pharmacy in Louisiana, reminds you that this is a good time to review your medicine cabinet. Another cold and flu season means taking stock of outdated or no longer used medication. The folks at Family Drug also remind you that changes in your prescriptions may pose drug interaction problems. When you're choosing a pharmacy for your family's prescription, talk to your dedicated staff at Family Drug, Louisiana. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Getting ready for the second game of the night. Louisiana in a rebuild this year, taking on Van Far. And Maddie, not a whole lot of time to talk about this, but it's going to be tough this season, I think, for Coach Matt Smith. He's 1-1 to start the season, but I think wins are going to be hard to come by.
Yeah, you have a lot of underclassmen that are getting the start for Louisiana. You lost quite a few seniors last year, and you really weren't able to replace those seniors with a lot more upperclassmen, and so that experience is not there. And then you also have the size is just a little bit different.
Yeah.
So they're definitely using speed to their advantage, and so we'll see how that works today, because I know that this is a defense from Van Far that can just absolutely shut people down.
And they've got the outside shooting as well. We'll check our keys to the game for you after this on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by All Parts, Eagles Nest Inn, Bed and Breakfast, and Sun Window Company.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
You simply can't buy a better replacement window than one from Sun Window Company. Energy-efficient windows and doors with a lifetime warranty on both the window and installation. Sun Window Company, family-owned and operated since 1989, offers low factory direct prices on high-quality vinyl windows, custom designed to fit perfectly and built to last. See how much you can save. Call Sun Windows, 573-549-2080 for details and a free estimate. Sun Window Company, Highway 161 in Middletown.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the Square in Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Keys to the game for this one for Van Far, just be Van Far. For Louisiana, I think they can't get awestruck, and they can't be caught running around trying to keep up with Van Far. They need to get into their defensive sets and be responsible.
You know, you have some upperclassmen that are going to be in those guard positions, and they're going to be playing down low, and so you're going to have to rely on them. As you know, Van Far is going to be driving to the basket, but as you mentioned earlier, they're going to be able to shoot around the top of the key as well, and so just trying to do as much as you can is going to be all that you can do today, because we know this is a team that's going to be hard to contain.
Those are our keys to the game. Starting lineups coming up next from KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, Pike Lincoln Technical Center, and Kearns Construction.
Hi, this is Amy at Community State Bank of Missouri. Did you know we offer health savings accounts? If you have a high deductible health plan, you may qualify for a health savings account. HSAs are designed to help you save your money to help pay your deductible. Talk to your employer about our health savings account and let them know you want to keep your money right here at home. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at linsheritage.com.
Geared Up, just off the square in Pittsfield, is your first stop for screen printing and embroidery. The folks at Geared Up take pride in making their communities and schools look great while offering the best prices around. If you're looking to expand your wardrobe, or maybe a gift is on the list, stop by their store and check out numerous items in stock. When you're looking for custom apparel and awards for your business, organization, or team, stop by Geared Up, 211 South Madison in Pittsfield.
Since 1939, Meyer Implement Company has been serving the local agricultural and business communities with quality sales and service. Meyer Implement has also taken great pride in supporting those communities and would like to wish the area sports teams the best of luck throughout their seasons. Be sure to stop by and visit the people who truly appreciate your business. Meyer Implement Company in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri and Bowling Green and Troy.
Teams are on the floor, about to tip this one off. For Van Far, it's going to be Carter Jennings in the center circle. For Louisiana, Wyatt Martin. We'll get you the starters as we go along here in the opening quarter as Louisiana wins the opening tip. Wyatt wins it back to Ethan Harrison, and we're underway. So there's two of the starters. It's Jamal Blackwell, Cooper Lumley, Ethan Harrison, Wyatt Martin, and Quincy Mooney for Louisiana. For Van Far, it's Carson Huff, Gage Gibson, Nikos Conaway, Pacey Redding, and Carter Jennings. Ball loose, taken away by Van Far. Ahead of the pack is Conaway to the hoop and in.
His speed is very, very helpful for him, but rest assured he's driving to the basket every time, and he makes sure that he's doing it consistently.
Pacey Redding knocks it out of bounds. It's going to stay with Louisiana as that one was knocked away from Jamal Blackwell. Wyatt Martin wearing 15 this season. Gives it off to Ethan Harrison. First minute, 2-0 Van Far. With it is Blackwell. He's trapped. Gets it off for Cooper Lumley. Lumley down low, and we're going to have a foul against Van Far, I believe.
Yes, it is going to be on Gage Gibson. So that'll be his first.
Team's first. Louisiana keeps possession on the baseline. They'll inbound. Number 24, Quincy Mooney. Knocked out of bounds.
Carson Huff found its way to the hallway, but was quickly brought back in by just a hand.
7:04 to play. Mooney inbound again. Goes out high to Cooper Lumley. Lumley gives it back to Harrison. Harrison, ooh. And we are going to have an offensive foul, and that was something that kind of plagued Ethan Harrison in the 22-23 campaign.
So that'll be his first, team's first.
Minute gone here in the first, 6:52 remains, 2-0. Out high with it.
They gave that to Lumley.
Oh, did they?
They did.
So on the
Lumley,
block, not the...
I think he just got the blame for that.
Yeah.
He was just kind of standing there.
Ball was knocked out of bounds. Louisiana will get it back. Jamal Blackwell. Actually, they gave a foul to Huff. Ball loose. Picked up by Conaway down below us. Scoops it across. Redding had trouble receiving the pass and cut the shot a little too fine off the glass. Rebound grab by Jamal Blackwell. Gets it ahead for Wyatt Martin. Now across the line, Ethan Harrison. Harrison between the circles. Actually on the bottom lip of the Bulldog. Over to the far side now for Blackwell. Almost had it stolen. Got it to Lumley. Near side. Here's a three. That's off the mark by Quincy Mooney. And out of bounds. Going to stay with Louisiana with 6:02 to go. Still just a 2-0 Van Far lead. Bit of a sloppy start to this game, which I think favors Louisiana. Off the inbound, shot no good. Rebound tipped around.
Oh.
And taking it away is Gage Gibson. Gets it ahead, running off the glass too hard. Rebound pulled down by Wyatt Martin. Martin will bring it up the floor himself for Louisiana. Down to 5:47 to go in the first. Lob pass, Cooper Lumley. High blocks, turns around, takes it to the hoop, and puts it in. Ties the game, 2-2. Cooper Lumley. He's probably got the most experience in the starting five. Him and Harrison get it down low. Conaway off the glass. What a pass and what a finish. Nikos Conaway has all four for Van Far.
Really good look from Gage Gibson to find Nikos trailing at that baseline and was able to get the pass off to Nikos to take it to the basket.
Far side three. That one a little long there for Lumley. And here comes Van Far. Long pass ahead. Gage Gibson off the glass is good.
That'll be his first.
6-2. Backcourt, Wyatt Martin to Ethan Harrison across the line. Gets it ahead to Jamal Blackwell. Blackwell to the hoop. Things opened up for Jamal, and he lays it in. 6-4. 4:37 to play in the quarter.
Louisiana has done a great job of responding.
Here's Redding. Out high. Three ball from the top of the key, and that one drops through. Carter Jennings with a tray. 9-4. 5-point lead for Van Far. Martin hands it off for Lumley. Now to Harrison. Getting ready to come in the game, Gavin Gaston.
It's going to be Redding with the foul. He was reaching around there.
Pacey's first. Team second. Third.
Gibson, Redding, and Huff all have fouls for the Indians.
Mooney to inbound. Huff came out. Lumley, and away from the ball, a foul. On the inbound, goes against Louisiana.
See who.
Yeah, I don't think, maybe it wasn't a foul.
Maybe it was a turnover. Maybe they timed out.
I didn't see him put up the 5. So I'm not sure
Still no foul on the scoreboard either, so I hope they're asking.
Just some sort of violation on that inbound play. 3:55 to play.
Now they're going to talk about it.
Yeah, the two officials talk about it. There was a foul. Now they'll put it on the board. It went against Ethan Harrison.
Okay. So that'll be his first, team second.
Van Far ball. Conaway to Gibson on the far side. Back to Nikos. Conaway drops it down low. Drew Jennings back up top. That three is a little bit long. Rebound tipped around, and Martin picks it up for Louisiana. To Blackwell. Drew Mooney, near corner. Ethan Harrison will dribble out. To Blackwell. Bothered by Gavin Gaston. Far side, here's a three. That one drops through. Ethan Harrison, his first points of the night.
First 3 points from Louisiana.
Makes it a 2-point ball game again. 5 minutes gone here in the first, and away from the ball, we've got an offensive foul. I think that one's going to be on Gage Gibson.
Get him for the hold, so that'll be his second if that's who they're giving it to.
He was a little arguing it. 3:01 to go here in the first quarter. 2-point ball game. Give Louisiana credit. Over the first 5 minutes, they've stayed right with Van Far. Now they're going to give it to Gaston. Now they're both double G names. Bounce pass, Blackwell. Gets it across the line over to Harrison on the far side. Harrison takes it back to the middle of the floor. Now dribbles to his left, back to his right. Free throw line, that shot a little long. And the rebound pulled down by Van Far. Gaston slings it to Gibson. Now back to Conaway. Conaway drives the lane, off the glass, good, and a foul. And a little fist bump on top of that as he makes it 11-7.
He has 6 points already for the Indians and finds himself at the free throw line with the and one, trying to make it 8.
With 2:33 to play here in the first, the foul was number 2 on Cooper Lumley. And quickly off the bench is Jabin Reese. And that shot completes the three-point play. 12-7, the Van Far lead.
Utterback is in for the Indians. Having a seat is Redding.
Cross the line, and big collision there. Van Far takes it away. Back the other way, Evan Utterback. Van Far to Huff. Huff, turnaround shot, and that one rolls down eventually. Took a couple of spins around the rim, and a timeout taken by Louisiana. They now trail by 7, 14-7. It's the Van Far lead with 2:08 to go in the first. From KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Big Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins. At Central State Bank, you're part of the family. When you're ready to start saving, Central State Bank is ready to help. Right now, if you're a current customer, get a 15-month CD with a special rate of 5.6%. And for new customers, 5.3%. A $5,000 minimum balance is required. Stop in today and ask how you can take advantage of this special rate. Central State Bank, central to your banking needs with locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Up the floor, Louisiana off the timeout, and off the glass, Wyatt Martin puts 2 in.
His first points this evening as well.
Breaking news from Major League Baseball. You want to say it? I don't want to say it.
I don't want to say it. Well, I mean, a game at Wrigley can't hurt too bad this year, right?
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani, he went to the Cubs. So
what was the deal?
12 years.
12 years?
I believe, and some
He'll
crazy.
pitch 4 of them.
He has some crazy like $570 million deal, or I don't even know. I don't even want to say the numbers. But he'll be in the NL Central.
Yes, he will. So we'll see Shohei Ohtani a lot. Foul sends Gavin Gaston to the free throw line, and the first shot is good. 15-9. The foul, by the way, was the first on Wyatt Martin. Second shot, good as well.
Making the free throws count is big here, as close as this game has been and as back and forth as it has been.
Inadvertent horn. They keep the play going. Minute 25 to go in the first. Here's Blackwell with it to Harrison. Harrison back to Blackwell on the near side. Pass to Lumley wasn't there. Gives it back to Reese. Over to the far side now for Harrison. Ethan Harrison trying to go around everybody, and he's fouled. Going to be a blocking foul against Braden Lay.
That'll be his first.
Came off the bench at the timeout. And Ethan Harrison to the line.
Rowdy student section below us.
Well, you know, he'll get to talk to his World Baseball Classic teammate Lars Nootbaar a lot this season. Ohtani will.
If he finds himself in the outfield. That's where Newt will be.
Yeah. I mean, they'll have before and after the games, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine as he misses the second shot, and I've got 17-10.
Yeah, I do too. I have 17 points.
They didn't put the first free throw that was good on there the last time around. That'll get corrected. Here's Conaway from the top of the key, no good. And the rebound taken back by Utterback. Makes sense.
Ooh.
Now taken away by Harrison. Ethan Harrison off the glass. No. Hit the bottom of the rim. Lay hands it off for Conaway. Over to the far side now for Gaston. Up top for Carson Huff. Off to Utterback. Utterback off the glass. No. Got his own rebound, but then taken away by Lumley. We're going to have a foul against Evan Utterback.
So that'll be his first.
21.9 seconds to go in the quarter. And we're going to shoot some free throws.
Van Far has put quite a few players in, and 6 of them already that have come off the bench and been in the game starters, they have fouls. So we have 6 fouls, all from 6 different players.
And that means 2 shots. And the shot is no good for Cooper Lumley.
Coming back into the ball game, Gage Gibson. Pacey Redding is back in, and it's like Nikos.
Yeah, we got Jalen Reese in, so we got Jalen and Javen.
Both of the Reese.
My worst nightmare. Just bring Jalea back out, too.
You can't even put Jay Reese down.
No. Missed them both. Cross the line, Conaway. Down to 14 seconds. Running out high with it to Jennings. Here's a 3 from the corner. That one's no good. Conaway trying to fight the rebound away. Down to 4 seconds, and we're going to have a foul. And I think that's going to be on, is it on Conaway or is it on Reese? It's on Reese. Or did they call a tie-out?
This guy was calling a jump ball, but back here they were calling foul. So I'm assuming they went with the jump ball.
Yep. Conaway blocked off the glass, and that'll do it for a quarter here at Louisiana. Not bad, little Bulldogs. 16-10, Van Far leads after 8 minutes. Back with the second after this on KJFM and WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Kearns Construction, Brown's Auto Body Services, and Woods Smoked Meats.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
This is Michael Mudd, president of Silex Banking Company. Building your forever home can be complicated, but your construction loan doesn't have to be. If you're wanting to build, come see the trusted loan staff at Silex Banking Company. We have the experience to help you through the process, a cost-effective mentality, and the dedication to give you individualized service. For all home construction loans, see Silex Banking Company, your locally owned and operated independent bank. Silex Banking Company, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, Perkins Electrical Services, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
All right, so we've adjusted our scoreboard. We're missing a point on the Louisiana side. It's opening night for us.
Yeah.
16-10.
We've got to get into that kind of math.
Yeah.
We're used to innings and football scores.
7:53 to go here in the second quarter. 16-10. Van Far leads. Blackwell gets it to go. Jamal Blackwell with 4 points. First points of the second quarter, and it's a 4-point game.
Great pass from Quincy Mooney to get Blackwell to where he needed to be.
Now over and back called against Gage Gibson, and that's going to give it back to Louisiana. Turnover with 7:37 left in the half.
Wyatt Martin is set to bring the ball in for Louisiana.
Ethan Harrison over to the far side for Quincy Mooney. Mooney drops it down. Cooper Lumley. Lumley is blocked and fouled by Pacey Redding. That's Pacey's second.
Already in some foul trouble. As we mentioned, there were 6 different players with fouls for Van Far. They've got to clean it up a little bit here. Got good size, good speed.
Lumley missed his first 2. This one misses as well, so he's 0 for 3. He'll get one more. And the second shot for Cooper is good. Gets the pressure off. He hit his first from the line. 3 points. And it's a 3-point game. 16-13. It's like Louisiana in a 2-3. Kick it down low, taken away. Martin on the steal. Dribbles around a man and goes to the hoop and puts it in. Wyatt Martin, coast to coast off his own steal. We got a 1-point game.
Martin brings it within a point. Good steal there. Good speed down the court.
Pacey Redding over to the far side. Nikos Conaway, long three. Yep. He is deadly from out that far.
He made that look very easy.
19-15. 6:50 to go in the half. Reese. And, they let some contact go there. Blackwell to the hoop, lost it, and he's fouled. It's going to be on Nikos. His first. Kind of a trap game for Van Far, I think.
Yeah. I think that you have the means to be extremely successful, but right now they're just playing sloppy, and it almost seems individual rather than team.
Yep. Mooney has it stolen by Conaway. Here comes Nikos back the other way. Scoop pass across the lane and a good finish by Carter Jennings.
His second points from the field this evening, making it 4.
Reese over to the far side for Harrison. Harrison puts his shot up over 2 defenders, no good. Carter Jennings with an uncontested board, and here comes Conaway for Van Far. I love these Van Far road uniforms, by the way.
I do too.
Black trimmed in gold, Indians in cursive across the chest.
Their travel uniforms were nice too.
And we're going to have a foul after that pass was tipped straight into the air. Martin got the loose ball, and the foul against Van Far.
It's going to be on Gibson.
It is.
So that'll be his second. And it looks like Lumley's coming into the ball game for Mooney.
So Louisiana got it within 2. Van Far stretched it back out to 6. 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Martin, pass tip right to Cooper Lumley. Lumley gets it back to Ethan Harrison. Harrison dribbles far side, now back to the top of the key. Scoops it back to Lumley. Cooper stripped of the ball by Conaway. It's going to stay with Louisiana, trailing by 6.
Somebody's got to bring the ball in. Louisiana is still trying to figure out who that is.
How about Jamin Reese? Gets it into Blackwell. He goes to the basket, cut a little too fine, and on the rebound, we're going to have a foul on Javen. A little more angst in the crowd reaction saying that was a jump ball.
So that is the first on Reese.
I disagree, sir. That was a foul.
Very much. There was no fight for that, so you can't even argue.
Yeah. Carter Jennings, top of the key. Hands it off for Nikos Conaway. Conaway, free throw line, drives the lane, shot. That one just stuck up in the air and went down.
He's always very aware of where he is in relation to the basket.
And in relation to the ball as he gets the steal there. Already in double figures with 12 points. Stays at 12, but he's going to head to the line to shoot a pair. 3 minutes gone here in the second. Conaway and the Indians pulling away a little bit here. And that's the third foul on Cooper Lumley. (23-15) as Nikos heads to the line. First one's no good. So he's 1 for 2, shooting free throws.
Coming into the game, it's Gatson, and Gibson will take a spot on the bench. Might be some more changing here as Lay is getting ready to check in as well.
Drains the second one. 9-point lead for the Indians. Martin goes to Jamal Blackwell in the backcourt. Need to get across the line, they do. Now Jamal gave up his dribble and a timeout taken by the Bulldogs with 4:52 to go in the half. It's Van Far 24, and Louisiana 15 from KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, Weber Automotive, and DG Firearms.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, State Farm Agents, Pepsi, and Ackles Farm Market.
4:52 to go in the first half. 9-point lead for Van Far, 24-15 over Louisiana. Here at the Jake, Mark Fronick, Maddie Ingram. Javen Reese has the ball. Back to Blackwell, now to Ethan Harrison. It almost sounded like I said he was up here with us.
He's just hanging out.
Get it down to Martin, and it's taken away from him. Conaway, just a ball hawk. Puts it off the glass, no good. And Wyatt Martin grabs it off the boards.
Conaway was halfway down the court before anybody realized what had even happened. I don't even know how he swiped that ball from the hands of Martin.
Foul going back the other way will send Ethan Harrison to the line, nearing the midway point of the second quarter. Still 24-15. Foul was on Lay, his second. And the first shot goes down for Ethan Harrison.
He has 4 points.
And one more chance. Had that one rim out. And Jennings the rebound for Van Far. Hands it off to Nikos Conaway. Nikos across the line. Leaves it for Carter Jennings. Jennings back to Conaway. He'll take the long-range three. Off the mark. Have a little sideways spin on that one, and we're going to have a reach-in foul against Braden Lay. That was a little closer to a tie-up.
And that will be his third.
And we're going back the other way as Louisiana into the quarterly bonus.
So he'll be coming out. Utterback going to take his spot. As soon as they let him check in.
David Reese at the line. And his shot off the glass is good. Not sure why they blew a whistle there. Because it was really before the ball went down.
Right.
You can't use glass. Yes, you can. 24-17.
Just trying to see if this thing still works.
Second shot no good. And on the rebound, ooh, we're going to have a over the back, or no?
Are they going
push
to?
Out. No, they went with that push out. So to the line will go Wyatt Martin.
So is that going to go on Nikos then?
It is his second. He is kind of undercut and raised up. Get a little coaching there from Pat Conaway as the shot is short for Wyatt Martin. Keeps the game at 24-17 Van Far. Second shot for Wyatt is good.
That brings him to 5 points. 3:51 to play in the first half.
A 6-point lead for the Indians. Here's Conaway at the low blocks against Reese. Through Redding. Now to Utterback. Long shot off the mark by Redding. That almost looked like it was tipped, but it wasn't.
Yeah, that one just kept carrying and carrying in the wrong direction.
Must have been a wind gust.
A little windy in here today.
Yeah. We're up here in the thin air on the second deck.
Cheap seats.
The mezzanine, the weight room. Here's Blackwell with it. Back to Harrison. Bounce pass, gets away. Coming back the other way. Van Far with Gaston. Shot good and a foul. Gavin Gaston.
Get the and one here. Foul is going on Blackwell. That should be his first.
That's what I've got him at. And it is. And the shot is good as well. 27-18.
Yeah, 3-point play complete, bringing Gatson to 5 points.
And we're under 3 minutes to go in the half. Reese to Blackwell. Jamal to the near side. For Quincy Mooney. Drops it down low. Martin off the glass is good. Good feed and good finish. 27-20.
He has 7.
2:33 to play. Conaway to Utterback on the near point. Back out to Pacey Redding. Redding. Hands off for Nikos. Edge of the free throw line. Backs up against Reese. Now drives. Scooper off the glass is good. Nikos Conaway with 2 more. 29-20. Van Far ahead with 2:07 to go in the half. Ethan Harrison out high with it. Bothered by Huff. Now Blackwell with it. Lob pass too far, taken away by Huff. That's all they really had available. Huff over the defender, and they're going to call charge against Carson Huff.
That'll be his second foul.
Turnover gives it back to Louisiana with 1:48 on the clock. The band warming up. They're stretching out, doing a little pre-lift.
Yeah, they have to get ready. Doing some overhead press. Squats are next.
Wait, there's no weight on that machine. There isn't.
Getting some leg reps in. You never know when you're going to have to get to March.
So in for Huff is Gage Gibson. Took a while to make that substitution. Down to 1:45 to play.
Oh, that was the third one for Huff.
Okay.
So we'll add that there. We must have missed one earlier.
Travel called before the pass was knocked away by Gibson. Turnover gives it back to Van Far with 1:33 to play. And Conaway will almost walk across the line. Hands it off for Gaston to the near side for Redding. Now for Utterback. Evan Utterback goes to the hoop. Wild shot, no good. Got his own rebound and is fouled on the putback.
Good job by Utterback to just wait a second, let him crash in, and he was able to draw the foul there, sending himself to the free throw line.
Wyatt Martin charged for the personal, his second. 1:15 to play, and Evan Utterback looking for his first points in this ball game. 29-20. And make that 30-20, a 10-point lead for the Indians. Second quarter here from the Jake. Louisiana won the girls' game, our first game of the night. Second shot rims out, and Blackwell with the rebound for the Dogs. To Martin across the line with speed, kicks it back down to Harrison, now for Blackwell. Back to Harrison at the top. He's between the circles. Blackwell back to Harrison. Mooney in motion down low. They get it back to Harrison up top. Free throw line, Martin. Nothing there. Gets it back Reese. From the corner, a three is too long. And the rebound picked up by the Indians. Trying to go coast to coast with it is Gaston. Dumps it off last second. And Pacey Redding gets his first points tonight. 32-20, a 12-point advantage for Van Far. Final 35 seconds of the half. Harrison for Louisiana to Javen Reese. Gets it down low. Martin off the glass. No good. Rebound is loose. Picked up by Conaway, down to 22 seconds left in the quarter. And he'll play for the final shot. Slowly across the line down to 13 seconds. Now to 10 for Redding. Return pass to Conaway. Shot wasn't there for him. Trying to make it to the basket, and a wild pass shot off the steal is no good, and Van Far will have to settle for a 12-point lead over Louisiana here at the half. 32-20. Back with the halftime report after this on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by CMC Distributing and Manufacturing, Mimi's Pantry, and Liggins Flooring.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, Louisiana, offers inviting guest rooms, each with its own unique character and historic charm. It's perfect for hosting friends and family during festivals, homecoming, and the holidays that are just around the corner. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the Square in Bowling Green.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
As the man plays, we've got 2 quarters in the books here at Louisiana, 32-20. Van Far, the visiting Van Far Indians, lead the Louisiana Bulldogs. But, you know, it was a 6-point game after one and a 12-point game after 2. Really, I still like what Louisiana's done. A little too many fouls, but I really, for a young team to hold Van Far down as much as they have is pretty impressive.
And I think that they've forced Van Far to change their approach too, which is impressive with having some younger kids on the court. And so if they're going out there and at least making them think about what's going, like they could have come into this game and thought it could be a cakewalk. And so they've definitely had to step it up and change their approach as Louisiana has continued to prove themselves and force those turnovers.
I'm not exactly sure how hard Van Far has gone through the first 2 quarters. I'm really anxious to see how they come out of the locker room, because if they put a push together, they could bust this thing to a 20-point lead in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, and I think that there's so many players that are individually so talented, and so whenever these players do work together, we saw a lot of success out of Van Far last year. And so I think, you know, obviously it's early in the season, but you're going to have to find that, and that seemed like what they were trying to do in that second quarter. That first quarter, they were all over the place, and it was just like, give me the ball, I'm going to drive it down the court. It really wasn't looking for the pass, and so they're going to have to continue to work on that team aspect to continue to grow and put points up.
If they can work that inside-out game, Van Far can score a lot of points in a big hurry. And they've got some big guys with Carter Jennings, Pacey Redding. They both have height. Evan Utterback has a whole bunch of beef. He can move bodies. So if they can get that working to their advantage, I think this is a team that could really dominate the EMO conference.
And I think that Van Far, over the last 4 years with Nikos there, you had a lot of talent in Nikos Conaway, Gage Gibson. You had some talent with Smith. And so this is probably the best-looking group of assorted players that you're going to have, that even in comparison to last year with Pacey Redding and Jennings at the top of the key, and you have Nikos Conaway, Gage Gibson, who has some speed, and then you have everybody that can continue to add into those different parts and make them a very big threat, I think, in the EMO conference specifically.
12-point game after 2 quarters. Van Far leads Louisiana 32-20. We'll check our first half scoring for you after this as we continue the halftime report on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Aloha Wood-Fired Pizza and Ameriprise Certified Financial Planner Tamara Schurter.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Clarbrun Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Are you pursuing a nursing degree? Do you want $2,000 to put towards your tuition? Of course you do. This is Tracy B. with PCHD. Our Home Care and Hospice Foundation is now accepting applications for our annual nursing scholarship. Deadline is April 12th, 2024, and the application can be found on our website at PikeCountyHospice.com.
Geared Up, just off the square in Pittsfield, is your first stop for screen printing and embroidery. The folks at Geared Up take pride in making their communities and schools look great while offering the best prices around. If you're looking to expand your wardrobe, or maybe a gift is on the list, stop by their store and check out numerous items in stock. When you're looking for custom apparel and awards for your business, organization, or team, stop by Geared Up, 211 South Madison in Pittsfield.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
2 quarters in the books here as Van Far gets buzzed out of the locker room, leading by 12. First half scoring for Louisiana, a point for Jamin Reese, 3 points for Cooper Lumley, 4 for Jamal Blackwell, 4 for Ethan Harrison, 7 for Wyatt Martin to lead the Bulldogs. For Van Far, they have a point from Evan Utterback, 2 from Pacey Redding, 2 from Gage Gibson, 2 from Carson Huff, 5 points for Gavin Gaston, 5 points for Carter Jennings, 15 for Nikos Conaway, including 7 in the first quarter, 7 in the first quarter, 8 in the second quarter. Van Far 16 in each quarter, and Louisiana 10 in each quarter. So 32-20, our score after 2. The free throw shooting situation. Van Far was 3 of 3 in the first quarter and 3 of 5 in the second quarter. Louisiana not as good. They were 0 for 2 in the first quarter and 50%, 4 of 8 in the second quarter. So just sitting below 50% for the ball game. 32-20 our score after 2. We'll take a break, come back with the second half of this ball game after this on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by J. Roberts Jewelry, Bill Allen Auction Services, and Gambino's Eatery.
Lynn's Heritage House in Louisiana offers affordable, home-like senior living, enabling your loved ones the independence they want and the services they need. Staffed 24 hours a day with low resident-to-staff ratio and designated areas to visit your loved ones safely, rest assured Lynn's Heritage House provides peace of mind for you and those you love. So if you or someone you know is ready for a retirement home or need from a hospital stay or surgery, Lynn's Heritage House has rooms ready. Call to set up a tour and visit soon, 754-4020, or visit 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
3 to start the second half. No good for Gage Gibson. Louisiana gets the rebound in their first possession of the half. Here's Blackwell leaning into contact. No, a travel. Too much of a lean into contact.
Yeah, he was really looking for the foul there. His hands went up, but didn't get the call, just got the call of the travel. So either way, Louisiana's, or it would be Van Far's ball.
It was the right call.
Yes.
It was a little extra. And an offensive foul away from the ball against the Indians. Pacey Redding, that's his third. Goodness. 7:25 to go and a whole bunch of whistles to start the second half. There's Jamal Blackwell in the backcourt to Wyatt Martin. Near side for Ethan Harrison. He's in trouble. Gets it back to Martin. He's got to get across the line. Does with a long pass to Bowser. Now to Harrison. Ethan slows down. Tries to find some movement. Gets a pick from Mooney. Now to the corner for Lumley, and his pass is kicked. 6:57 to go in the third quarter. 32-20. Neither team has scored over the first minute 3.
Enough turnovers, though.
Yeah. Mooney gets it into Ethan Harrison. Harrison top of the key over to the far side. Cooper Lumley. Lumley. His shot to Harrison was good. Ethan Harrison.
He has 6 points. Picked up 4 in the first half, and that is his first of the second half, and it's our first points of the second half from either side.
32-22, a 10-point game. And out of bounds. Little miscommunication there between Huff and Jennings. Turnover gives it back to Louisiana. They can get it down to single digits here. Here's Harrison. Back court. Blackwell. Across the line to Martin. Pass tipped and taken by Redding. Across the key. Off the glass and good for Nikos Conaway. That's one way to bust a rally. Long pass ahead, taken away again by Nikos. 2 minutes gone here in the third. Huff. Back out to Nikos. Over to the far side. Redding for 3. In and out. Bounced off the backboard a couple of times, and the rebound finally pulled down by Wyatt Martin. Martin going to take it all the way to the hoop. Oh, good cut there. Got it to fall. He's got 9.
He's the leading scorer for Louisiana.
Back to a 10-point ball game.
Nikos will try to slow things down.
5.5 to play in the third quarter. Bounce pass to Carson Huff. Huff takes a couple of breaths. Drives to the basket. Off the front iron, no good. Martin the rebound. 2-on-1. Harrison off the glass is good. Ethan Harrison. He's got 8. And it's an 8-point ball game. Backing in. That shot. Hook from Carter Jennings is good.
He made some room and was able to go up to put his first 2 points in the second half.
Blackwell has to go all the way across the floor. Get it ahead now. Good pass to Mooney. Now to Lumley, and Cooper is fouled as he goes up. He'll shoot some free throws. He's 1 of 4 shooting from the line tonight.
That will be Jennings' first foul.
Mr. Carter And Cooper, a little long on the first one. Stays a 10-point game.
Cooper got into some foul trouble in the first half and spent some time out as he picked up 3 fouls.
Second shot is good. The Van Far lead is 9.
Makes his 4th point of the day.
Quincy Mooney checks out. David Reese back in. He guards against Nikos Conaway to Pacey Redding. Pass tipped and taken away by Louisiana. And Blackwell tried to jam it, no good. Louisiana kept the ball. Cooper has it taken away by Redding, and here comes Van Far. Conaway to Pacey Redding. Redding can't get that one through traffic. Putback is good, however.
He's been pretty quiet this evening. That's just his 4th point.
And now the ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to go back to Van Far, so another double possession here for the Indians.
Looking to bring the lead back into double digits here. That turnover could kill some momentum.
And they'll try and fix the twine on the. Well, he had it right, and now, okay,
there
good.
we go.
Just stop it.
Grainy shot in it.
Trying to go from the underside to knock the net loose of where it was tangled. Gage Gibson to Nikos Conaway out high. Midway point of the 3rd quarter. 3:57 to go. Gaston lost it. Out of bounds on that drop pass from Conaway.
The person sitting on the floor almost lost a few teeth.
It's close. Blackwell. Harrison tracks the ball down in the corner. Ethan has Martin. Conaway was quick to defend that. Gives it back to Blackwell. His floater through the lane's no good. And Conaway with the rebound for Van Far.
Similar to earlier, things opened up for Blackwell. Just not able to cash in.
Conaway's shot was short. Martin with the rebound. 3:20 to play in the 3rd. Lead is 11 for Van Far, 38-27. Haven't really seen much urgency out of the Indians tonight. Just kind of been methodical. Louisiana gets into the ball game like that shot from Blackwell. And Van Far gets a couple of possessions put together and gets it back to double digits.
It's Blackwell's first points of the second half, brings him to 6.
To the far side, Gibson to Conaway. Conaway to the hoop, no. Good job defending that time by Reese. Over to the far side for Ethan Harrison. He's going to try the 3. Off the mark, and on the rebound, we're going to have a foul. It's going to be on Blackwell. His second. 2:35 to play in the 3rd quarter. 38-29. Van Far by 9.
Jennings comes out of the ball game. Replacing him is Evan Utterback.
Players still, yeah, and I think we're going to check Martin. He'll have to come out.
Maybe busted lip. Nope, something else.
Maybe a floor burn.
They'll check on him, but replace him with Mooney.
They were looking at his shorts, so they might just need a Tide pen or whatever. Get that out of there. Here's a 3 from the near side. No good. Off that miss by Huff, there's going to be a foul against the Indians.
That is going to be on.
Comes with 2:21 to go.
Is it Utterback?
It is.
Okay. I have him for 2.
I do as well.
They have him for 1.
And, uh-oh.
We might have another player coming off the court. That ball just hit him in the nose.
Yep. Cooper Lumley got one off the beak.
Hit
and
off
he got
a
a
couple
foul,
knees.
I think.
Yeah, hit off a couple of knees and then up to his face.
2:10 to play. Lob pass taken away. Here's Quincy Mooney with it for the Bulldogs. Near side, Ethan Harrison. Harrison from the mid blocks puts that one off the rim a couple of times and in. And another turnover by Van Far. Coming up the floor, lead is down to 7, and Coach Pat Conaway is going to take a timeout. 38-31. Van Far leads Louisiana here in the third quarter. Minute 52 to go from KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Service and Supply Co-op in Bowling Green and Vandalia, Lynn's Heritage House, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
After the timeout, Ethan Harrison with it for Louisiana. Minute 45 to go in the third quarter. Little run here from the Bulldogs. Here's Lumley off the glass. Cooper Lumley with 2 more, and it's a 5-point game. Minute 35 to go in the quarter.
Louisiana has continued to fight back, keeping up with closing that distance.
Here's Underback. To Huff. Carson Huff goes to the basket, blocked, and we're going to have a foul.
Ooh. Didn't know his own strength, I guess.
Yeah, that was Barishnikov-esque. threw him way up in the air as he helped him up.
Light as a feather.
Stiff as a board? No. We're past Halloween. That shot no good. The foul, by the way, was the third on Jamal Blackwell. Huff misses the first shot. He's still got just 2 points tonight.
He was a starter in this ball game, but he's floated to the bench. He has 3 fouls.
Second shot does find its way home. A little short, hit the front iron, went to the back, and found its way down. Shooter's roll. Now Jalen Reese into the ball game for the Bulldogs. He is a freshman. Lumley to the far side for Javen Reese. Wouldn't give it to Jalen. Goes to the corner for Jamal Blackwell. Now to Cooper Lumley. Lumley against 4 Van Far Indians. Muscled his way to the hoop and in.
He has 5 points here in the second half, bringing him to 8 on the night.
39-35. Van Far's lead down to 4, almost stolen away. Trip. No foul, and now a foul is called. And 2 shots are coming for the Indians. And they're going to call that on Lumley as 4th. Was it Lumley or was it Blackwell? It's Blackwell, his 4th.
Jalen Reese got a lot of playing time against Pleasant Hill last week, so we could see him probably float into that role instead of Blackwell.
First shot, no good for Gavin Gaston. He's got 5 points tonight. Still a 4-point game, 38.3 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Mooney is in for Blackwell.
Second shot is good. 40-35. 6 points for Gaston. What are the Bulldogs going to do here to finish up the quarter? Here's Mooney with it. Gave up his dribble. Lob pass now for Harrison. Ethan to Reese. That's Javen. Down to 17 seconds. Lumley with it. Lumley going to take it to the hoop. No, but a foul going to be called on Gavin Gaston, his second. Cooper Lumley. He's had 5 points here in the quarter, 8 in the game. 40-35. Louisiana trailing Van Far. First shot, long. No good. Everyone crashed in like it was a 1-and-1. Those don't exist anymore.
They've got to make their adjustments.
Second shot, long as well. Reese tips the rebound, picked up by Louisiana. Down to 8 seconds. Oh, lost it, did Mooney. And taken away by Lay. Here's a long shot, Conaway, no good at the buzzer. He had to force that one, didn't get an open look. And Van Far will take a 5-point lead into the final quarter. 40-35 here at Louisiana. Back with the fourth after this on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Custom Works Salon and Tanning, Geared Up, and Pepsi.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more, or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Rick Rodhouse, Country Financial Agent, Noah Builders, and Central State Bank of Illinois.
Louisiana outscored Van Far 15-8 in the third quarter, so they held them to half as many points as they had in each of the 2 previous quarters, and now it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, they are in a really good position going into this fourth quarter, and I think Louisiana has done a great job of holding their own and responding, and they've really kind of stayed out of foul trouble. You have a couple of players who have about 7 fouls between the two of them, but mostly Louisiana has been good about staying out of foul trouble.
Yeah. Here's Harrison as Louisiana has the ball to start the final quarter of regulation. To Martin, back out to Reese. They're both out there. Javen with the ball, his pass tipped, and here comes Redding. Jalen tries to defend. Shot no good, putback is good. Carson Huff with the first points of the fourth quarter, and now a 7-point lead for the Indians. 30 seconds gone here in the fourth. Here's Ethan Harrison. Across the line. Met by Gage Gibson. Jalen Reese. That shot from the top, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Carter Jennings. Huff gives it to Conaway. Conaway with 17 through 3 quarters. Here's a 3 from Redding, and that one's good.
He's been kind of quiet, but he's put up 5 points here in the second half.
7 in the game. Now a steal. Jennings hit it to Redding. Redding to the, everyone goes to the floor, and a blocking foul going to be called against Louisiana, and that's Ethan Harrison.
So that will be his second.
It was on the floor. Cooper Lumley coming back in.
For Reese.
That's Jalen going to the bench. Not saying that Cooper Lumley's tall, but he's a height upgrade over Jalen at this point in his career. Turnaround shot off the inbound, no good, and Jaden Reese with the board. Gets it to Martin, now to Mooney. Up and around to Ethan Harrison. Harrison on the far point, now dribbles in, kick out. Cooper Lumley, blocked, got his own rebound. Oh, what a pass. That was just great court vision. He knew Cooper Lumley did that he couldn't go back up with that shot, so he just scooped it across the lane to Wyatt Martin, who was wide open. Timeout on the floor, 45-37. Van Fard leads Louisiana with 6:10 to go in the fourth from KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Ackles Farm Market, Silex Banking Company, and Meyer Implement Company.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
45-37, Van Far leading Louisiana here at the Jink in the fourth quarter. Mark Fronick, Maddie Ingram. Otani is not a Cub.
No.
At least not yet.
Not yet.
Somebody
Well,
hacked an account.
Yeah, well, we'd like to see where he ends up. I'm kind of tired of the anticipation.
It's not going to be in St. Louis.
No.
There's 3 names I'd like to see signed, and one of them did.
Yep.
And the other 2, I'll keep in my back pocket.
You don't want to prematurely get excited about them?
No. I mean, one of them I wouldn't get excited about until next year anyway. That shot off the glass is good. Nikos Conaway off the inbound play. He's got 19. 47-37, back to a 10-point lead.
I think we're thinking of the same person.
Woodruff?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Pass, turnaround shot. Harrison no good, and then tipped out of bounds. Ooh, last touched by the Indians, says the referee on the baseline.
That's a tough call.
Yep.
Jennings was facing the wall, so unless it's scraped by his head.
Yeah. I saw that hair move. Here's Cooper Lumley off, or over everything, and then that pass going the other way over everything.
That was Huff trying to connect with Redding or Jennings on the other side of the court, and pass was a little long. He found the cheerleaders instead.
So they were going for the dagger there, I think. Up by 10 with 5:17 to go. Instead, Louisiana can get it back to single digits here. Martin to the far side for Ethan Harrison. Harrison off the side of the backboard, and a foul going to be called on Carter Jennings.
Faced a couple trees there. He was able to draw the foul, finds himself at the free throw line, and he's been a big part of the Louisiana offense tonight.
10 points, the only Bulldog in double figures so far. Well, Martin just got there. In fact, just passed him. So he needs this one.
Competing with his teammate.
Love to get it to single digits, and does with that shot. Tied for the team lead now with 11. 47-38. 47-39 as he hits them both. 5:02 to play. Good ball game between these two EMO rivals. That 3 is no good. Conaway gets the offensive rebound. Gets it over to Jennings. Jennings, kick out. Conaway. Little fade away from the high blocks. Got his own rebound off a couple of players, and the putback is good. You can't give him 3 opportunities on the same possession because Nikos will not miss 3 times. 4:35 to go in the fourth, back to a 10-point Van Far lead. This is high school basketball from KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by All Parts, Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, and Sun Window Company.
Pepsi Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Clarbrun Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
4:30 to play. 10-point Van Far lead, 49-39 over Louisiana here at the Jake. Lumley's shot no good off the timeout. Here comes Van Far. Back the other way. 3, good. Pacey running with a tray is second in the quarter. And is that the biggest lead of the night now at 13?
It is. Biggest lead for Van Far.
It's been a tight one up until this point. Midway point of the fourth quarter. Here's Wyatt Martin. Muscles his way to the glass. Can't get the shot to go. Got his own rebound. Good, and a foul.
And
he's got
foul,
13.
That foul is
on
Did they call it on?
Otterback, I think, or he's not in the game, is he?
No. It's
It was
on Jennings because he's already got 2.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
there we
that's
go.
3.
They changed it.
Put
Okay,
the third one
good.
on.
So.
Otterback's in the game now, though.
Yes, he is.
As he came in for Carter Jennings.
34 replaces 35.
And the shot completes the 3-point play. Back to a 10-point game. Van Far Louisiana, however, will not quit.
Kind of hovered around this area for a majority of the game. 10 points seems to stay the difference.
Here's Redding. His shot may have been blocked, but Huff gets the rebound, then the ball loose, and can't get the steal, can't complete the steal. The Bulldogs. Here's Redding with it. Backs out beyond the 3-point arc. Gives it to Conaway now to Carson Huff. And they're going to call a charge on Redding, and that's his 4th, and that was light. Good sell job.
Yeah, Lumley definitely flopped there, and he's able to get the charge called, and ball's going Louisiana's way.
52-42.
That's the 4th for Redding.
Mooney had his pass tipped, which allowed him to go into the backcourt and get it back, and then he's fouled. Just a lot of fouls for Van Far in this ball game.
That was Nikos Conaway shoulder checking Quincy Mooney, and Nikos never moved at all, but Quincy really, it was almost like he had some ward around him that was bouncing people off as far as Quincy slid.
Martin on the far side, the count going, and the pass tipped in the air, taken by Harrison. Harrison going to try and drive to the hoop. Yeah, he got it to go. Just floated it over the defense, and it's 52-44.
He has 8 points in the second half.
Louisiana trails by 8. Down to 2:51 to go. Gibson out high now for Conaway. Conaway. Fade away. Good off the glass. That's just a pretty shot. Back to a 10-point lead. 2.5 to play. Here's Reese. Javen off the glass is good. That's his first shot from the field tonight. 3 points in the ball game. 8-point lead for Van Far. 2:15 to go.
Nico's trying to slow things down and muscle through this into the ball game.
Huff works against Reese. To Pacey Redding. Redding turns. Lumley did not get the call that time. In fact, there was no call. And instead, it's a nice shot down for Pacey Redding.
He was like, it worked once just a few minutes ago. Let's see if it works again. Quincy Mooney comes out of the ball game. Back in is Blackwell.
I think the official on the far side was entertained by that Cooper Lumley.
It's acting. Oh.
Away from the ball. And it's going to go against Cooper on the offensive end. He got tangled up. That's his 4th.
I think he was, looked like Gatson was trying to pull a Cooper Lumley there, despite no ball being in the region.
10-point game. Van Far with the ball. Down to a minute 45, and this is something that Coach Pat Conaway's teams have been really good at, killing minutes plus off of clocks. Minute 35 left in this ball game. Out high for Nikos. Oh, wide open. He found Carter Jennings under the basket. Carter's got 9. It's a 12-point game. Here's Ethan Harrison. Finds his way to the hoop. The sky's open for him, and a timeout taken. Back to a 10-point spread between these two teams. Van Far leads Louisiana 58-48. Minute 12 to go in the fourth from KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, Pike Lincoln Technical Center, and Kearns Construction.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Minute 12 to play. 58-48. Van Far leading Louisiana. Mark Fronick, Maddie Ingram back here at Louisiana High School. The Jake.
If you missed game number 1, it was the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs picking up the win. We have a close one here.
Closer than we expected going into this. That's for sure. Final in the girls' game was 64-48 in favor of the Lady Dogs. And we saw some things we liked out of the Van Far Lady Indians for such a young team.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it kind of the opposite way. We thought we were going to have two blowouts, really.
Yeah.
And that just has not happened.
First week can mean a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So teams trying to find their footing.
Redding gets it into Conaway after the timeout, and a foul going to be called on Javen Reese. Minute 9 to play.
That is Javen's second.
Backcourt, Conaway.
Oh, Javen almost picked up the steal there.
To Gavin Gaston. And now a foul. Gage Gibson got the ball.
That's on Ethan Harrison.
His third. 1 minute to go.
Louisiana is just reaching in, trying to do what they can as Van Far is burning clock time.
I think they may have burned enough here with a 10-point lead. Conaway, and now a foul going to be called on Javen Reese's third, and Nikos Conaway, not the one you want going to the line, is heading to that position. Trying to stretch this one out, 56 seconds even to go in this contest. First shot, no good. Was that the reverse jinx I just gave poor Nikos?
I think you did. He's missed one other today, but.
Yep, hit the second one. 11-point game. 59-48. And here we go. Ball back in play, down to 52 seconds. Harrison, need to get shots. Floater, no good. Rebound picked up by Van Far, and that is the fourth foul on Ethan Harrison as he grabbed a hold of Gavin Gaston. So we'll go to the other end, shoot some free throws. .2 seconds to go. First shot, no good.
I think that's the first free throw that he may have missed today. He's been to the free throw line a couple of times.
Second one, he doesn't. Now it's a 12-point lead.
Gatson will take a seat on the bench. So Louisiana brings the ball up the court.
Down 12, 60-48. Here's the three. Harrison off the mark. Rebound comes out to Reese. Is put back, in and out. Can't buy a bucket. Now Harrison fouls out of the ball game. He'll foul out with 16 points, which leads Louisiana.
He just got aggressive in his play style in the last few seconds of the ball game there.
Well, you got to try and
do what you
play
can.
the foul game to get the ball back.
I don't know if that one was intentional.
No,
I
I don't
think he got
think so.
carried away with that one.
And the first shot for Pacey Redding is good. $13 points tonight. Second one is good as well. So he was really quiet there for a while and ends up with a 14-point night. Here's Lumley from the corner for three. It drops through.
He's had a great game, too.
11-point game. Timeout taken. 19.5 seconds to go in this contest. That puts him into double figures as well. 62-51. Back with the finale of this one after this from KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bibb Veach and Collier Funeral Homes, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a Taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A Taste of Philly, Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, Perkins Electrical Services, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
62-51, Van Far leading Louisiana with 19.5 seconds to go. I think, you don't make that three there. If you even get a two in that situation, I don't think that Coach Matt Smith is calling that timeout.
No, I don't think so either. And 19.5 seconds to go, and Louisiana has definitely done a great job of fighting throughout the course of this ball game, and so it'll be interesting to see how it finishes out.
Carson Huff to inbound. I like his shoes.
I do too.
One red, one blue.
But they still match.
Yeah. They get the ball in, and a foul. Yeah.
On Mooney.
So we'll go down and shoot some free throws. The 11-point game may, with Redding get into the line, may go to 13, which would be the tied for the biggest lead of the night.
Oh, I think they gave it to Reese.
Shot no good. Yeah, it was the fourth foul on Javen Reese.
And they're going to sub.
Yeah, they're
everyone
emptying.
out.
Yeah, except for the shooter. Redding's got one more. He's got 14 points. He missed the first shot. Empty blocks for Van Far. Into the ball game for Louisiana, Landon Brown. And also coming in for the first time, Johnny Miller. Second shot for Redding, and he makes that one, and he can go to the bench now. 63-51. He'll finish with 15 points. We'll get the full final scoring numbers in the post-game show. Oh, almost lost the ball to Blackwell, and they're going to call a tie-up with 14.6 seconds to go. Just let the clock run.
Blackwell was like, seriously? Come on.
That hits my stat line. It's a turnover. Van Far will let the final 6 seconds tick away. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and this ball game comes to an end. Van Far 2-0. Louisiana 1-2. The final in this one, 63-51. The Indians over the Bulldogs here from the Jake at Louisiana High School. We'll be back with the postgame for you after this from KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Kearns Construction, Brown's Auto Body Services, and Wood Smoked Meats.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
Your car, your stuff, your savings.
Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Since 1939, Meyer Implement Company has been serving the local agricultural and business communities with quality sales and service. Meyer Implement is also taking great pride in supporting those communities and would like to wish the area sports teams the best of luck throughout their seasons. Be sure to stop by and visit the people who truly appreciate your business. Meyer Implement Company in Bowling Green.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, downtown Louisiana, is under new ownership. It's been updated and offers its own unique charm. It's the perfect place to stay while visiting the area during festivals, homecoming, and holidays. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, State Farm agents, Pepsi, and Ackles Farm Market.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
Final in this one, the Van Far Indians over the Louisiana Bulldogs, 63-51. Maddie Ingram, a tighter game than we expected, but when Van Far needed it, the scoring was there.
Yeah, I think that Nikos Conaway definitely separated Van Far from Louisiana tonight, and I think that that's a confidence boost for the Bulldogs. And you know, you had some younger kids that were filling into some different roles, and so they were able to step up, and they were able to keep it within 8 points at times. But 10 was kind of that marker throughout the course of the game, but they were really never out of a ball game, and I think that that shows a lot of promise for them as they continue to grow this year.
Yeah, and I think this group is young, they're small, but they're well coached. Coach Matt Smith knows what he's doing. You know, you might not always like the way he sounds, you know, especially if it's aimed at your kid, but
yeah.
But he gets the most out of his players, and I thought tonight he really got a lot of buy-in from his guys.
Yeah, it seemed like they were listening. They were really smart about the way that they fouled. I think that they stayed out of foul trouble for a really long time, and then they used their fouls when they had to. But that's some basketball IQ that you're going to have, and it's going to be key for them as they move throughout the course of the year, especially with low numbers.
We kind of saw what the new rules can do. You know, 5 fouls per quarter is the bonus.
Right.
So instead of shooting a lot of one-on-ones or even shooting 2-shot fouls, we saw a lot more inbound plays down the stretch.
Yeah, there were quite a few, and you know, that does change your pace of play and what you do, and so they're going to have to continue to adjust, but I think it'll be a quick adjustment, and I don't think anybody really struggled with it. It's just going to be a change of pace.
Yeah, it's just a different look for sure. 63-51 our final. We'll take a break, come back with final scoring numbers, and wrap up our first night of basketball coverage after this on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, Weber Automotive, and DG Firearms.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Raffle tickets are on sale now. This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Our Home Care and Hospice Foundation is selling raffle tickets. Enter for your chance to win $1,200 in local restaurant gift cards, a Smith & Wesson 9mm, a beautiful patio set, or a Henry 22 pump action. $5 for 1 ticket or $20 for 5 tickets. Get yours online at PikeCountyHospice.com or by stopping in at our office at One Healthcare Place in Bowling Green behind Walmart. Winner will be drawn at our annual Valentine Gala fundraiser in February
February and does not need to be present to win.
When you're looking for a taste of Italy in Pike County, visit Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana, just a block from the riverfront on 3rd and Georgia. Create your own pasta dish. Experience the Gambino family recipe meatballs and a toasted garlic bun, or enjoy some Italian wine with friends while indulging in their cannoli dip with cinnamon sugar chips. Italian-American cuisine that's sure to tantalize your taste buds. Gambino's Eatery, 3rd and Georgia, downtown Louisiana.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the Square in Bowling Green.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Final score, 63-51, Van Far over Louisiana in boys varsity action. The girls game went to Louisiana by a final of 64-48. So really two similar style games, two similar scores, and a nice first night of basketball coverage here on KJFM and WBBA. Our final scoring numbers for Louisiana in this ball game. 3 players in double figures, 16 points for Ethan Harrison. He's the top scorer for the Bulldogs. Wyatt Martin with 14, 11 for Cooper Lumley. 6 points for Jamal Blackwell and 2 for Javen Reese in the ball game. And actually 3 for Javen Reese, pardon me. Don't want to shortchange him. He was 1 for 2 in the first half shooting free throws, had the bucket in the fourth. For Van Far, 24 points tonight for Nikos Conaway. He's the top scorer, 15 for Pacey Redding. 9 for Carter Jennings, 7 points for Gavin Gaston, 5 for Carson Huff, and 2 points for Gage Gibson, 1 for Evan Utterback. And that rounds out the scoring for the Indians, who are now 2-0 on the season, while Louisiana drops to 1-2.
Yeah, and I think both sides, girls and boys, we saw a lot of promise and a lot of talent on both sides, and so it's going to be interesting to see where they are down the stretch, especially with all the tournaments, and they're going to be playing in the Monroe City tournament. Both of these teams are going to be there, so it'll be interesting to watch.
63-51, a 12-point win for the Van Far Indians here at Louisiana, and a good start to the season for sure, and I will probably reevaluate both of these teams about 19 times this season. Every time I see them, I'll probably, they're world beaters. Oh, wait, no, they have work to do. Yeah. But tonight it was a good ball game. 63-51 for Gordon back at the station. Maddie, Mark Fronick saying we'll see you for more basketball coming up here on KJFM and WBBA.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at KJFM.